And we're doing it now. So, let's kick off properly. Boom. There we go. Kia ora everybody, and welcome to Humankind meets Endless Legend, Endless Space, Endless Universe, essentially. Today we are playing on a very special custom map, for starters. This one right here. The link for that is in the description. And we're also playing on a special mod, which, to show you, I'd probably have to back out, but you're going to see it when we launch in. To download the mod, you can download it through the community section on the main menu. Otherwise, of course, we are playing on normal pace, in a normal world, Humankind difficulty, and random subscriber personas. Let's hope like heck. In fact, let's set one. No, I can't do that. You cannot pick your favorite children. I'm just going to randomize that and hope that'll work. However, last time I didn't have my G2G account properly linked, and this time I do. So, I think we got one subscriber. Why? Okay, that's fine. Either way, we are playing the Endless Legend, Endless Universe mod. It adds a whole load of stuff into the game. It was initially called the Day 1 mod. I'm assuming because it was meant to release on day 1. I mean, what can you do, right? These things happen. Happy red light, yeah. Yeah, happy red light. Anyway, it released a few days after day 1. However, we've got it now. So, let's have a look. Next time, just pick the avatars. I think you're right, Hoff. I'll just have to. Gotta do all the research. The events look really cool. Yeah, loads of events and all sorts of stuff. Let's jump in and have a look. And hopefully I do actually have it enabled. I'm kind of scared that I don't. Because I haven't played it. I don't actually even know what it looks like. I didn't even watch the trailer. I wanted this to just be raw and real. And I think it is. So, let's just have a little explore about. I'm assuming the map is also loaded in correctly. There should be an island in the middle. Well, there should be a big mountain in the middle, essentially. And then kind of other little bits and bobs around the outside. Forming around the outside. Forming roughly a Pangea sort of looking map. With minor details changed. Okay. Not a great start. But we're off. We're also live on Twitch as well. Thank you. The events are so much fun. Good. Next few turns, if it's turned on, you start seeing the events fairly early. Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Hoff. Let's see what we can find. So I do have a rough idea of what the map looks like, obviously, because I had to download it. So, yeah. And also, I have, I guess I haven't really talked about this too much on the channel. I generally prefer 4X strategy games, or historical strategy games, rather. Anything, from Hearts of Iron to Civ to blah blah blah. But I also have a soft spot for games like Stellaris, and, to a certain extent, Endless Legend. Although, my experience with the Endless Universe is much more limited than my experience with the Humankind universe. So, I'm going into this both with experience, but also feeling like a raging noob. That's okay. That's okay. Aha! Fantastic! It is working, and everything is working fantastically well. Hey, Ren, first time tuning in live. Great to see it. Trailer didn't give much away. Typical Jad. Alright, looks like it is working as intended, because here is our unique event. Thank you very much. We've got already over 100 people watching. This is insane. Thank you to everybody who's tuning in live. Yes, I did comment on the trailer. Yeah, I didn't watch it though, because I was like, no spoilers! But I was super hyped for it. Thank you very much to everybody who's tuning in live, and also to everybody who's liked the video. I'm gonna stop with the shameless plugs. I'm not gonna plug my Twitter even. How about those new alert bands? I'm not sure how it's gonna work with super chats, but I thought the followers one looked cool. Let's do this. Okay, our first event, a mysterious cave painting. And it kind of looks like an alien dude, but we won't read too much into that yet. What are our options? The creators are our makers. We are the descendants of creatures, or the creatures were monsters. This is fantastic. This is freaking awesome. Essentially, how did early humanity respond to aliens, or whatever it may be? Are we going to be an organized tribe with +3 combat strength for the next 10 turns? Will we be motivated by our ancestors with a movement speed or vision range? As far as I'm concerned, the combat strength is Really nice, but might not even be needed. It's probably going to be one of these discovery ones. I'm going to go for the vision range. We're going to say that these creatures are monsters. Absolute monsters. Get them out of here.
Because a culture died out doesn't mean it wasn't worthy of.
And I probably should have gone with the movement, but I don't know. I reckon with the vision range, I can spot all of these discoveries. What good is one extra movement point if you don't know where you're moving? Right? Knowledge is power? Well, it feels like it is, because we're grabbing a whole load of knowledge stars. Okay, that's really cool. That's got me excited to play the rest of this mod. It does recommend when you download the mod from the community section that you play on a normal map, and it recommends a couple of other basic things, like default wind conditions, but really, really pretty flexible to just sort of do whatever you like with it. So, there you go. Alrighty, let's end that turn. Vision was a good choice. Thank you, Al. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And P Draggy, thank you for the $5 super chat. P Draggy says, "Let's see, shall we? Did we see? I hope we saw. It could just be slightly delayed, but if nothing comes up, then I'm really sorry, and I'll have to fix that." Okay, so we can either jump back for the discovery, yeet ourselves over toward the food, or pillage this. I think we'll actually go towards the pillage here, because this looks like a really good territory to settle. And actually, the yields are awful. Let's just pillage this for five food. No, we're not gonna bother. We're not gonna bother. It says not to load any mods. Ah, yes, I don't mean flexible with other mods. Sorry, I'm not talking from the mod maker's perspective. But yes, you're right. It must be really hard to make it compatible with others. Or is it not? Maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm gonna run for this food regardless. Mod compatibility. Certainly not my strong suit. You saw a banner over the center? Did it make a sound though, P Draggy? Because it really ought to make a sound. If it didn't make a sound, I'll be disappointed. I'll have to start making the sounds myself, and nobody wants that. Nobody. We polled 100 respondents. The survey says no, 100. We sort of need a little bit of production as well as food. So I might... No. I'm just going to settle here and just grab all of this food. We've got P Draggy up here. We're going to settle... Oh, shoot. Dang it! I did actually want to settle this one because it has horses and dyes. So I'll just sort of muck around. We will go back and pillage this. That's fine. It is what it is. Place that down and hopefully run for some more discoveries. I feel like this is just a little bit of a slow start. Not terrible, but slightly slow. However, if we can get up onto the high ground with our +2 vision range, maybe, where there's a will, there's a way. Ugh, yuck, berries. For goodness sake. I mean, really. 5 food. Please. We are starving. We could hunt that, but I don't think that's a good idea. I might just step up onto this rock. Nothing. Sweet nothing. Okay, we'll continue then. We'll continue to move north. And, of course, we'll be able to play the cultures of Africa today as well, which I've just sort of remembered while I'm thinking about how dreadful this start is. Okay, here we go. Seed of an idea. So this is just a normal event. We'll just go cheaper domestication. And then, look at all this action. Fantastic. If we go for the food, there's a chance we pop out an extra unit. So, go for the food first. We did not pop out an extra unit. How dare you? In turn. Boom. Alright, we'll keep moving. Fantastic. And this unit is now ready to place an outpost. Or any unit for that matter. And actually, let's make it this one. What can you do? 10-2. I sort of just want this for the horses. However, there are actually 2 other territories with horses, and this one to the north, also has porcelain. So what we could do is ditch this kind of meh and move towards these rivers. Let's do that. I think we can afford to have a bit of a delay. Actually, we could even Rondes Vouse down this way. God, he's good at French. Okay, let's keep moving. Get out of there. We'll fight that. And we'll beat it. And can't do that without movement points. Come on. It's fine. And then we've got this Discoverer who, it would be really nice to take down some of these woolly mammoths, but it is what it is. I don't think we win the 1v1, so I'll just refrain for the time being. And then, because we have a relatively slow-ish start, I'm going to separate these units and get these units out exploring the world. This is like, there's likely not a lot up there, so we don't need to go up there. So we'll just sort of fan out and move across, never eat soggy wheat bix. Hey, Diego, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Diego says, show this mod ending on the stream, please. Oh my goodness. I don't know. A normal speed stream might take me like 5 hours. I don't know if I've got 5 hours in me. But, but you know what? For $2, screw it. I will give it my best, my friend. I'll give it my best. Are you going to try Vicky 3? Absolutely. Yeah, I was really jealous of the people who got an early build. I mean, obviously I wouldn't, and I would never expect that. A small fish in a very large pond. However, I was a little jealous of seeing that early build roll out, because as soon as I can get my hands on Victoria 3, I will. I think there's a quiet humming sound when you see a super chat. Do you like my new sound effects? Really going up in the world. Yeah, really going up in the world. Hugely successful. Right. 12-6 or a 22-2. The industry in this world is something awful. Like, really bad. I think we need to move for the forests. And in fact, actually, it's probably this guy. Go on, Chief. This is what dreams are made of. 12-9, 11-10. We'll go for the 12-9. That's a bit... just a bit more sort of... This is a perfectly balanced game kind of exploit. And because the world is so low on industry, we're going to take Waddle and Daub from completing our knowledge star. Fantastic. Everything is wonderful. Alright, we'll fight this deer for... Why? No idea. How do you like me now? An event? Yes! Fantastic! That's why! 77 hours of playing CK2. I finally figured out how to play it properly. Oh yeah, CK3, also very much on my list. Glad you're doing normal speed. Quick isn't as fun. And no taking that out of context. I've said it out loud now. A slave for the bloodied. Battles are over, tribe is alive. Several of the tribe carry wounds. The wounds usually end in... But one of the followers thinks they can heal her by applying tree bark and a plant leaf. Huh. Okay. These concoctions can be powerful forces, or we'll pray to the spirits, implore them to get... No, we're putting plants on it. We're going to treat her, or treat our troops, or whatever, and there are chances of triggering another event, which is fantastic. Let's hope that the plant juice really revitalized us. Hey, I found this leaf. Rub it into your wound. Okay. Sure. But really, it was desperate times, so what else could you do? Alright, use up all that movement. Grab an extra unit. Fantastic. Can move through to the next era. Somebody already has, and they've selected the gun icon. I love it. Hey, Thrax, thanks so much for following on Twitch. Relatively new to Twitch in comparison to YouTube. You are follower number 570. Do with that what you will. I like science on population, so the territories can provide something. It is very powerful. It is very powerful. Do I want to move through? Most likely, yes. However, jumping onto the river is going to take up all of my movement this turn, so I might just pop this way just to see if there's anything else. There is a discovery. We'll grab it, and I think we'll stay here for another turn. Or maybe even more. But at least one more turn. I'd like to, I don't know, get a few more units, or... I don't know. I just feel like we haven't really accomplished a lot. I guess the alternative here is we could just jump into Bantu and kind of play... There go the Egyptians. And kind of play Neolithic era 2.0. The OP edition. Let's separate these units. Go on. These nuts. Fantastic. And just try and discover as much of the world as we can. We should try and connect more of these horse territories as well. So I might just pop there. I think I'm going to move through now. The Mycenaeans, the Harappans, and the Egyptians are taken. Am I playing in the sweatiest lobby of all time? Who are we going to play as? Who shall we play as? Let's run a poll very quickly. I think we should choose between Bantu and Joe and no, meh. Not terribly mad at the Assyrians either, but we've already got Bantu as our expansionist, so any Olmec? Oh, fine. Begrudgingly. Alright, Bantu, Joe, or Olmec. Who will it be? Those were the three choices that I saw come up. First time viewer in chat, finally someone playing the Endless mod. Yeah, Thrax! I'm here, and I'm ready to provide. And, while you're here, why not make a poll? Not a prediction, but a poll. And viewers over on Twitcheroo, my favourite viewers. Did he say that out loud? I'm kidding. Or am I? You could also choose between Bantu, Joe, or the Olmecs. Joe, because I haven't played a Joe game in a very long time. I'm not even sure if there are many mountains, so it's probably not a very good pick. We'll run the poll for 3 minutes. Bantu, because they are, of course, the new culture and an expansionist culture. Very powerful in the early game, of course, because influence really matters now more than ever. Or the Olmecs, because that was the first suggestion in chat. Here's Halong Bay. How about it? Babylon would also have been a really interesting pick, free thinker. In particular because we could go for trade expeditions first and try and bounce across into here. And grab the center of the world. So, could have been an alright pick. I just really despise them. I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay, food, sanctuary, this is good. This is good. Sadly, not quite enough movement to hoover everything up. But found some berries, so that'll do. If I move to the sanctuary, I get a guaranteed extra unit here. So I'm gonna chicken out and take the basic play. Grab that discovery and keep on discovering, I suppose. Always jump onto the river, of course, with your last movement point, if there's a river nearby and you actually want to move along it. We're in second place now, so, but the player in first is actually loads of players, of course, are already moving through. Hey, Pilu, I'm doing alright. Doing alright. King of Toto, you know what's up. What is the poll shaping up like? Looks like it's an overwhelming Bantu. With actually I assumed it was an overwhelming Bantu because they had 48% of the vote, but it is a close call on YouTube. 48 to 45 between Bantu and the Olmecs. Nobody wants to see Joe. And on Twitch, we are looking at actually a somewhat similar distribution, although on Twitch, the Olmecs are in the lead. What a wild world we live in. What a wild world. Imagine not seeing the new culture. You crazy fools! Amazing. Wow, and over 110 viewers across both platforms. Silly question, is the world round? Yes, Lazulai, it is. I covered it in my tier list video, and we've talked about it a little bit on streams already, Freethinker, but I think that Babylon are just very underpowered. If I want science, I'll play Joe. and they don't really do anything else. Yes, I can research through to the next era, although, is that really super useful? I argue, somewhat. Somewhat. However, though, actually, there's a massive caveat here. I haven't played a full-on science playthrough, or at least one that leans into sciencey cultures, in a really long time. A really long time. The game has been updated a lot, and some cultures have changed. Others, to a lesser extent. But still, I haven't done a full-on science run in a really long time, so I should probably do that before I keep gas-bagging on about it. Let's grab this. And then we'll move through, I think. I will end the poll. Thank you very much to... Man, look at this. We've almost got 100 viewers on YouTube alone. Then Twitch coming in with 25. Look at you go. 56 likes as well. That's, alright. I'll let you away with it. Okay, so, on YouTube, Bantu won. On Twitch, the Olmecs won. However, there was an overwhelming number of votes for Bantu. The collective vote total does put Bantu in the lead. Bantu had 9 votes versus the 12 that the Olmecs had on Twitch. Whereas on YouTube we had more than 3 difference. So overall Bantu won. However, again, our platforms were divided. So I'll go with YouTube, I guess, because I want to play Bantu, and then we'll go Twitch next time. What do you think? Do you think they'll add cultures from Endless Legends in future? That would be very cool. I guess modded? I don't know. Flat Earth 2.0? Can't find your early modern tier list. Does it exist? No, I don't think it does. I don't think I've done a specific early mod or a specific one other era either, I think. I haven't done the early modern era because it sucks. But I'm getting around to it. And actually, cultures have changed quite a bit, so I will probably do a refresher. Maybe just all of them, though, rather than doing them individually. Anyway, looks like we do want to see Bantu, which makes sense because they're Ban new. That was pretty funny. So, let's play Bantu. We're not really going to be able to take advantage of this trait, which sucks, but the Pioneers, hopefully, in combination with this mod, will be a winning combo. Let's do it. Bantu, baby. Bantu be good. Okay, let's move this unit down into the forests, because we're probably going to settle a productive territory there. We got our extra unit here, and we might actually just keep these two together, because love at first sight. We won't actually, because it's really awkward, because they have to just move straight onto this river to get out. So, no! Ah, how dare you. It is what it is. Don't move all your moves at once. Don't be like me. Do not be like me. And there's some more food. Hey, look, but really, you could just keep finding more and more and more and more and more.
It's hard keeping up with the neighbors.
Patronage is a great tech, though. Patronage is fantastic. Early modern is trash. Yeah, early modern is trash. Early modern is trash, and that's not even a hot take. Although, yes, there are some gems. There are some gems. And there are some diamonds in the rough. Hoping the next culture pack will be for the Americas. Fair enough, Cornish fish. I'm hoping it will be for the Pacific. But that's just my personal bias playing out. Okay, Pioneers. Let's see if we can find some new discoveries and some new blah 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 blahs. Here's a discovery. Hoping for some gold. Got some influence in science. Cool. Okay. We move on. And I'm just gonna hoon along this river in my little speedboat. Now, let's not forget, as Bantu, we do need to have 4 of our units together if we want to place new outposts with them. We could, of course, just get a warrior and place it with a warrior, but if we want to place it with our units, we're gonna need 4 of them. So, do bear that in mind. And let's hopefully find some more food and stuff. They are, of course, pioneer units, much like, say, the horse people. Why can I... the Huns. Much like the Huns. The horse people. Apologies to any Hunnic viewers watching. You're more than just horse people. Either way, we're going to settle our first city. So this one has 16.6. This one has 12.9. Let's go for the 12.9.
It is not just a bunch of buildings. It is warm.
And Mucosine has 0 population. It is sort of useful to shoot someone back into the city. 5, 7. Let's go pottery workshop and start with a foodie this time. I'd usually start with an industry, but I think we'll start with a foodie. Because food's quite important. We'll also go domestication and hopefully get maybe the horses online first, actually. And here we go. So we rub the plant on the on the soldier or whatever, and nature's riches offer much more than simple sustenance. We study many plants. 25% discount research on calendar. Wicked. That is so cool. It paid off. We didn't really need it, but it paid off. +6 faith on the main plaza. You beat your backside. Straight into a religion as Bantu. It seems to happen every time, which is nice. 2 food and 2 science. That's quite good because it surges our science upward, but pretty slow to get online. So we'll just come back to that. We might actually have to do what I just said was sometimes a good idea and sometimes not, and just ditch 1 pioneer so that we can actually get some extra jobs in here so that we can start growing and get some more people. Hopefully that'll pay off in the long run. Now these units want to probably actually merge up, but really also just find some discoveries. Any old thing will do. Even food. Boom. Of course, we also now get a little bit of gold from our pioneers, which is really nice. I think that's exclusive to the pioneers, I believe. Although I haven't tried everything else since the latest update, so, you know, could have changed, I guess. And how dare you block my freaking movement? Let's take it down. I'm just going to insta-resolve, because we're the pioneers, so who cares? Yeah! 4X Gamer, 106 viewers on YouTube alone. We've got 20 more over on Twitch as well. So overall, we're over 120 viewers. Hope everybody's having a freaking awesome Sunday as well. Bantu. Yeah. We try. Hey, Devilish, thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. Devilish said, someone say religion and science. Yes. Thank you, Devilish. Alrighty, looks like we've got an event as well. Another new event as part of this mod pack. Fan-freaking-tastic legends and myths. So, over time, fantasies easily turn into myths, and some myths become legends. Amazed by images of incredible creatures on cave walls, our people often tell legends to other tribes. As time passes, in every fairy tale or story, we hear creatures, quote, radiant gods of light half seen, recur over and over. We call them endless because, as a shaman describes, the radiance they emit flies endlessly to the stars. They've become part of our rituals. Kids draw on them while playing hunters, gifts before hunting. The true nature of the creatures leaves us with many questions that may not receive a timely answer, unlikely, but may be asked. Which is most pressing? By the way, actually, I might just run a quick poll. Event read? Yes, no. Basically what this means is, do you want me to read out the story that goes with the event? Or should we just treat it as a game mechanic and just sort of look at the options and roll from there? Let me know. Because I don't really mind either way. You know? I don't really mind. So let me know. And of course Twitch as well. I've not forgotten you. You'll get it too. Yeah or nah? I won't be offended either way. Gonna have to get up earlier than that. Alrighty, so basically, what do we want to do about these endless creatures? We must know their true nature. We must find out why they left, or we must learn how to pray. Stories are a big part of the mod. It's a good point. It's got to be how to contact them. I just don't know if we need to spend time learning how to pray. And surely by extension of doing these, we kind of learn how to pray anyway. You know what I mean? I know I'm reading too far into it. But we must find out why they left, I reckon. I want to know why they left. Was it a big asteroid? Because if it was, that's important to us. We need to think about ourselves. We need to selfishly think about ourselves and find out why they would leave this place that we now call home. That's my game plan. That is a really cool... There's a really cool options list, though. I like that event a lot. Also, the custom artwork, as always, I've said it before and I'll say it probably a million times again, looks absolutely fantastic in this game. Let's insta-resolve that for 5 food and 5 influence. It's not a lot, but it'll do. It pays the bills. And we'll probably look to just quickly get a second city online rather than attach, because we will be influence kings. We could pull extra units out of here too. And actually, sometimes that pays off because the discoveries tend to net you good stuff. But we'll see.
This
I'm gonna do it.
emblematic unit certainly appears to be
We put one in there and then we pulled one out of there.
or someone.
Kind of stupid, but it's all good. Let's stand up on the high ground and nothing. The map is fairly... The resources are few and far between. Put it that way. Scarce, shall we say. At least this part of the map is. Knowing my luck, we'll zoom over here and there'll be like 10 dies stacked on top of each other. I think we need to just go discovery hunting, so let's just go. After all, part of the Bantu, the whole Bantu sort of mantra and mindset is going out to find these discoveries during the ancient era. We kind of have our Neolithic just sort of 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. I'd quite like to, at some point, play a Bantu-only game, i.e. we just transcend and play as Bantu. I think that would be quite cool, because I think there's some really interesting mechanics with them that I still don't really even fully feel like I have mastered myself, or even gotten close to be honest. Also, are we alone in this world? Like, hello? I really hope not. Although it would be kind of funny. Nah, we know we're not, because we know that we're versing 5 AI personas. Oh, wow. Overwhelmingly, people think yes. Definitely check out the map on mod.io. It's a ridiculous shape. Stories seem to be the biggest part of the mod. Okay, cool. Alright, looks like we like the stories. Did Twitch like the stories too? Oh, Twitch was 100% in support. Come on, YouTube, be more like Twitch. Okay, we move on. Agrarian stars. Yeah, okay. Let's separate these units because they're not going to be founding an outpost anytime soon. So they can afford to split up. Grab the gold, which actually we're hemorrhaging a lot of because we're having to keep these damn units alive. Finally we get our civics. Plus 5 influence on the main plaza. And I think with Bantu, it's actually better to go with the absorb cost, potentially. Depending on how many discoveries and stuff we can get, of course. That might not be the case. Although we haven't even found a warrior yet. I'll bounce down there and grab the food because that's confirmed. It won't be 20. Oh my god, it was. Wild berries. Fantastic. And then we'll jump this unit down on the river, and then this one can go sort of that way or something instead. Good. Alright, we're starting to multiply, which is the goal. We're getting science out of these extra additional discoveries as well, which comes with its own benefits. Our city's not making it. Somebody's got to. Jeez. Hey, good night, Hausch. Yeah, see you in the VOD, friend. Really recommend Persians as the next culture, as you have a lot of room for many cities. Great call, Freethinker. We will definitely add them in. I really like the Persians, and actually rarely play them. But yeah, definitely, because we're likely to hopefully grow quite large. Because we seem to just be alone, alone, alone. Now that we're playing as the Bantu, the Sanctuary Pillaging, by the way, very good. 20 food will get us a unit. And 20 gold is, to be fair, the only thing keeping the Empire afloat at the moment. Because we are losing gold per turn because of our unit upkeep. So, you know, there are ups and there are downs. Let's shift them along here and stab this deer. Boom. 10 out of 40 food, so they're a little ways off becoming a group of 4. But if this one can move ahead a bit, here's 2 sources of copper in 1 territory. And we've claimed it already. Fantastic. Brilliant. And then over here, you can grab that one because it's on this side of the river, and you, this one. Teamwork makes the dream work, baby. Ooh, sterile terrain. Garabantes excitedly look over. Hey, look at that. That is awesome. I was reflecting a week or 2 ago on my experience with the Endless universe, which, as I was saying at the start of the stream, is relatively limited. I got into Endless Legend many years ago and sort of went through, you know, like a bit of a phase with it. Played it a lot over a relatively short period. And then sort of went back to it, you know, just sort of occasionally, but in a really oversaturated market, hard to find the time. Either way, my experience is relatively limited with the Endless universe. But one thing that I know for sure, because it was the thing that actually drew me to the Endless universe in the first place, was the way that it looked. I think world design is just so cool. The territories, the map, the assets, the events, everything. That was what first attracted me to it. And likewise, really, the same with Humankind. I think it's a really good looking, really 10 out of 10 4X game. You know, as much as a 4X game could be, of course. We don't have, you know, massive James Cameron Avatar cutscenes or anything. Not that that should be a base mark for a good film. Okay, food there, food there. Calendar researched. About freaking time. Literally. 20 food, 20 food. I guess we'll just keep walking this way. Move around this weird donut map. See what we can do. We have an event. No, we don't. We have a civic. Lame. I'm going to save up and get that second city, as I was saying. Although, actually, maybe we should improve some luxuries. Let's do that. Not really generating influence as fast as I am used to. I wonder why that is. I reckon maybe our ancient era was just garbage. Sorry, our Neolithic era was garbage. Maybe. Woof. That is quite the cliff. I'll go back the way I came then. Loads of food potential up here. We might be able to claim a territory with these units. Maybe. Would be nice. Jump on that river. Boom. High ground. Still useful to me, although that event has expired. So, yeah. I like Auto Explore. It used to be so good. Used to be so good. No, Tyler, I did not play... I didn't really play any mods for it, actually. I was a base game Barry. Can you change your start position? If you launch the game as a local multiplayer game and just play by yourself, there'll be no difference, except for, I believe, you can choose your start. I think that's still a thing. I haven't done it in a while, but I think that still exists. That option still exists. Right. I would really love to meet another empire. Usually by now I'm bullying someone into into submission. I don't know how to play otherwise. How do I do this? No, that's not true actually. I wouldn't mind a SimCity game either. We haven't had a good SimCity run in a while. We've got that one unit that way. We've got a whole load of units that we could merge together back here. Or even just fight the mammoth, actually. We could get some good yields off that. Yeah, let's bring these... Actually, if we bring all the units over, then we can safely maybe like 3v1 it or something next turn. We'll box it in for now. Ring fence it. Let's get an industrial district. And seeing as we're growing in a turn anyway, let's put someone on science. Start to get some of these technologies as well. More food. Lovely. City. 160 influence. Yeah. I need to increase my influence generation. Aha! Gunung Malu! How about you? Fantastic. Well, here's a way to increase our influence generation pretty readily. Not by a lot, but a little bit. So let's get these units into 4 and claim that. And let's also pillage this for another unit. Brilliant. Starting to snowball a little bit here now. Ooh. Custom sound effects. I wonder if you heard that. Maybe I should turn the, or was that the super chat sound effect? The super sticker sound effect? Maybe it was. James Parr, thank you so much for the $5 Canadian super sticker. James says keep it up. Keep it up I shall. We have 100 viewers on YouTube at the moment, 73 likes. And on Twitch, we're at our comfortable 20 viewer resting spot. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much. That is awesome. Let's carry on. And thank you, James, for a super duper sticker. I love the little pear dude. That's crack up. Okay, let's move through. Now that the woolly mammoth has moved out the way, we can jump through here and over into a completely different biome and a completely different part of the world. And these units. What have you got for me? Nothing. Literally nothing. Ah, I love it. Okay, that's fine. Next up, what are we really struggling for and what do we need? We will need a unit, but we've got archers already. Irrigation, fishing actually could be really useful, or masonry. I might go with fishing for the harbour because we might be able to use them to leverage a little bit of extra food out of these early territories. I'm going to spend my gold to finish that Maker's District, and now we need to get people back on food to keep growing our food. But we will actually maybe try and go for, yeah, there we go. Look, if I move some people over here, we can do the horses in 2 turns. So I think that's a slightly better balance. So we'll do the horses. And we'll also get the Artisans Quarter online before hopefully leveraging a whole load of food off the horses that we're going to improve. Maybe. Is it? I think we might change our plan slightly here as well and go for this attach. It's just a little bit slow for my liking. And now with all these extra people, we can start to leverage more science and stuff. The early 2 city is absolutely possible with Bantu, but I just wasn't able to pull it off this time. And I'm not even entirely sure why. It might have just been a below average start, maybe. Because I didn't really do anything different. I was just unable to do it. Maybe I'm just shite. Top tip to succeed. Have me play... I'm going to spend my gold. Oh, devilish, she did! Hey, there's a first for everything. Oh my goodness, the soup show. I have a few videos on my channel that would be able to really succinctly give you tips in a much better way than I'd be able to do it off the top of my head. But really quickly, stick around and earn your stars. Don't rush. Players like to rush through and choose new cultures as soon as they can. It's usually, in fact, I would go as far as to say almost always, better to hang around for at least a little bit longer and get some more fame. Because that's what will win you the game. That would be just my number 1 tip. Immediately, that. I think the start is slow on this map. Actually, yeah, and that's a good point. The yields were pretty average, weren't they? Yeah, let's blame the map. Stupid map. Okay. We need to... I could bring these ones down and we grab this right now, but I just don't like that. I do not like it. So let's separate them up and we'll chuck one of them on auto-explore because you're right, we can start to auto-explore a little bit. Hey! Here's a double whammy for you though. 3 units to fight that one and then 2 units to fight this one. Brilliant! Look at this. This fight will be remembered forever. I'm going to manually do it because the mammoths are absolute savages and could wreck me. Or more specifically, wreck a unit. Because the AI won't prioritize saving the units. Or at least it won't prioritize it as much as I will. I'll back them out immediately. Whereas the AI will likely push the limits a little bit more. Here's another quick tip, actually, to do with combat. You should usually manually resolve. Another quick tip that is just a really bound for success. If you manually resolve, or at least let the AI determine if they'd like to manually resolve, then you can sort of bait them into attacking you in ways that they really shouldn't. And of course, always go for the high ground. Always. So like, I could just stand my ground here and make the mammoth come to me. In this case, I'm not going to, because it does look like there should be enough spots for me to kind of get around it and do enough damage to win. Boom. Go from the high ground first. Extra damage, which I didn't do because I'm a dumbass. $20 food, 20 influence as well. So maybe I just need to do more fighting. Fight, fight, fight! Move people off science and onto industry. We'll do that, just to start pumping stuff out. What does the mod change? So much. Thank you, Huck. Actually, that is very useful. One should put that in the description, shouldn't they? Allow me to do that. Sorry, I meant to do that before the stream started. But the software... I don't need to ramble on about dumb tech stuff. Boom. Thanks, Huck. It's in the description now, so if you're wondering, what did the mod do? It's in the description. The events so far have been the most exciting thing. I dislike building on rivers. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, thank you, Huck. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yo, 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 Era 1221. How you doing? Nice to see you. 20 viewers on Twitch and still triple-digit viewers on YouTube. If everybody watching the video right now liked it, we would be at triple-digit likes already. But actually, really seriously, thanks. We've already had 2,500 unique viewers tune in, which is absolutely massive. You're awesome. And that's just on Twitch. No, I wish that was on Twitch. Jeez. That would be the dream. Quickly jump onto that river because there are 2 discoveries over the other side of it. Bantu, bound to be good. There's there's 10 science and 10 influence, okay. And there is 10 science and 8 influence. Jeez. I just can't catch a break here. For whatever reason, we did get 22 gold off that, though, so that's quite fun. We'll move around this. There's the thingy, but I kind of want food, really, so I might just have a look this way. Okay, there's none. Jump onto the river, I suppose. Whew. Running out of options here. We might need to build a normal unit just to start claiming some territories. Although, since we successfully hunted the mammoth, we actually do now have a 4. So what I'm going to do is take the promoted one out, because clearly that one has the most value. Merge these 4 together, and this is how Bantu works. We can use all 4 people to claim a territory. Which one do we want to claim? Well, we do have the flexibility of not having to be right next to our home territory. So that's a good start. I really do want to claim one with extra horses, though, because that's going to be fairly important to getting extra food in the cities if we don't want to build districts. So I'm going to shuffle these backsides through this way, and actually bring an accompanying unit through as well for some spicy forest chopping action, potentially. Oh, you tease. Ridiculous. We move on. Loads of forests, but most of them are sort of tundra, right? So not as great a yields as it would be down this way, for example, if that was forested. But all good. We'll keep moving. We'll go for this one first. Hope to get a warrior out of it. Please.
Let's hope relations go well.
Okay.
Their forts are
And we've just met the gun player. It's Semiramis of the Mycenaean Empire. Allow me to introduce myself. Hey, do you like my earrings? Oh, you've got them too. But one of mine is red, so eat it. closed borders. But we can trespass, so we don't really care. Trade, doesn't look like there's really a lot of value in that. I note they have quite a few stars, so we'll bear that in mind. Also, what have they got? 15 combat strength to my 13. Okay, we'll need to keep an eye on that. Might need to sweaty game remove that at the very start of the turn. And 11-9 or 14-7, we'll go for the 11-9, because we can get it this turn as well. Boom. Brilliant. I doubt that there's anything up this way, but I will just peek it. Yeah, nothing. Back onto the river I go. Where I'll stop, nobody knows. But there's 20 more gold, so might be time to spend up large again. Now, I also do want to claim this territory, don't I? Because this has got horses and the wonder. So we should move on this one next as soon as we can get some freaking food together. I'll bounce up this way. Food? Aww. Alright, and we'll hoon along the river. This unit can lead the way. Sort of forward scout. Off you go. Come on. There you go, tiger. And we'll jump this one down that way. Hope to maybe get some kind of aggressive forward settle if we can manage to muster 4 units together out of that bad boy. Jump down onto that river too for the flexibility. The city's up to 8 pop. It's still growing, which is awesome. Although it is sort of taking a little bit of time now. We'll grab the horse improvement, because we're about to have 2 horses connected. And auto-explore you as well. Get a couple of them out, just having a look about. Moving past discoveries. Love it. Mycenaeans, a nice pacifist neighbor. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. And thank you to the YouTube viewers who pop over and follow along on Twitch as well, but also the other way. The Twitchers who come over and follow on and subscribe on YouTube. I see you, but I see you doing it if you've got it set to public, and I appreciate it. A lot, actually. Okay. Anyway, what is this? Huh? Where did you come from? Out of nowhere! Looks like we might have a target to expansionize.
They have a certain appeal, the Olmecs.
The Olmec. Oh, Lucy, Lucy, Lucy. The Olmecs, huh? If I ever saw a larger punching bag. Ah, dear. Okay. Let's see. Oh no, I'm gonna have to move on to another river. On the bright side, though, does make for some pretty juicy yield. We can move that way and actually get all 4 of our moves out, which is cool. And then the Mycenaeans would like to trade luxuries. We'll do that with them just to kind of keep them on side. And buy their papyrus for 42 gold.
Our people will rejoice.
It is a really nice trade overview too, isn't it, really? I can locate it on the map if I want to and buy it there, or I can buy it here, and we can actually properly see what it's going to give me. The +3 science is super good and absolutely worth 42 gold in a heartbeat. So we'll grab that. And like I say, keep them on side. And now we can see, look, the coffee has a little gold symbol over it. That means that I can still purchase it. Whereas this one is connected. You can tell by the gold border. The gold outline, I should say. It's connected, and we've bought it, right? Because we know that we bought that one because we just bought it. All right. Mycenaeans, a nice pacifist neighbor. More alienation of his primary demographic. Tisk tisk. The Olmec gang. The Olmec gang. Come on, Olmec gang. Don't be like that. Okay. We should also, in the back of our minds, a little bit, be thinking about what we're going to play in the next era. Is it going to be a Garamantes? Or maybe not? I don't know. I don't know, but what I do know is I forgot to send out a tweet to say we were going live. Oh no! And the only reason I noticed is because somebody sent me one. Thank you very much, Scotty. Brilliant. Alright, moving on. In that turn, turn 31. Okay. 8 there. Very slow going. Still very slow going. Although, actually, to be fair, I haven't played on normal speed in a little while because I've been sort of, you know, trying to sort of test and test things out, play all the different cultures. And that just does sort of lend itself towards... Oh, Ravi, that's so cool. I bet Spiff and JumboPixel. Oh, that's so cool. Thank you for sharing that. That's fantastic. Sorry, I'm getting so distracted. I'm back focused on you, I promise. You have my full, undivided attention. Olmex would like to trade luxuries. We'll allow it for the time being. Buying a second papyrus would be very good for our early science gain, actually. And you're gonna fight me. We don't have the high ground. But we could get it if we hide and lose the fight. So let's hide and lose the fight. But potentially win the fight because this high ground is just overwhelming. They'll continue to stab up at me when they really shouldn't because they've got the flag. And we'll slay them. Nice. What I could do now is activate my expansionist ability already, but what I would prefer to do actually is bring these units back together, merge them up, then come back and expansionize this territory. With 2 of them, it could almost be enough. Really borderline, but it's close. We'll move along the side of this river, and uh-oh, we've reached the end of the world. Huh. Okay. Let's have a look down this way then. See what we can find. A boat? Hey, Scott! Welcome in, friend. I was just talking about you because I saw your tweet and it reminded me about Twitter that it existed. So thank you very much for that. And welcome in. We need AI lists we can select from on random. Yeah, totally. Totally. Hope they have priority subscribed over vanilla soon. I guess it's probably not at the top of their lists though, right? Oh, no, I suppose. 14 likes away from triple digits. Come on, people. According to my screen, we are only 6 likes away. 7 likes away from triple digits. But we could have been dislike rated. It happens, unfortunately, increasingly frequently on my channel. I wish I could post memes. I'd put the... I'm doing my part meme. You'll have to like on YouTube, but thanks, Torrential. I have so many rivers. Go agrarian. Yeah, we'll just keep up the agrarian ship. Celts, maybe. I think we definitely grabbed the second city after hoovering up horses and a luxury, and boom, second city. Thank you very much. Forgot to get that third luxury, but that's okay. We'll get people on food and industry, and boom, we have 2 cities online. Fantastic. Actually, let's get that online first too. And actually, the food. I want to do everything. I need a regular unit pretty soon. I'm gonna get an archer. We just don't have enough of our units here, unfortunately. Although what we do have is actually a triple threat of them. So, let's push up and expansionize and grab this territory. Another way, of course, that we can kind of get our territories for free is the Bantu. Thanks to their expansionist culture affinity. What are you? Oh, one of our auto explorers. Right, yeah, okay. Jump you down onto the river. Get 10 influence and 8 science. It's just every time. Every time. Food over here, though, which is wonderful. Hoping to grab some extra units, but unable to. And actually unable to do anything, because we have reached a dead end that way. Alright, looks like we need to focus... Ooh. How big is this? 4 pop. Okay, 4 pop, 4 pop, 4 pop. So, we're definitely a grower. Let's move that way. And rendezvous these units together. This is 2 turns away from being done. If they immediately attach it to their city, I'm going to be kind of mad. We'll have to just fight them proper. I've got enough gold to get that papyrus, so let's buy that before someone else does. Boom. And merge these units together. They are, of course, stronger combined, and it looks like they had a little bit of extra food each, so we were able to squeeze out an extra one. Which is awesome. I'm going to send that one off its merry way because I don't think I'm going to need 4 of them to expansionize. We should be okay with 3. Hey, look at this! A new endless mod event. Wicked. I love this artwork. Holy moly, that is cool. Okay. A warning from the stars. Our scientists have discovered the dependence of the people's fate on the location of the stars in the sky. Don't forget, in the last event, I chose to determine where they went and why they left this planet. According to them, this destiny applies not only to people, but also to the gods and even empires. Unfortunately, according to their forecasts, our civilization will soon be set by difficult trials, leading to its inevitable demise. How should you react to this prophecy? Okay, so the end of the world has been foretold by giant spaceman in the sky. A little bit of a stretch, gonna be honest. We just kind of hid this leg behind this other one because there wasn't a star coming down here. Why didn't we make him kicking his foot out that way? I don't know. Either way, I'm not going to question the stars today. That's not what I'm here to do. How should we respond? We could prepare, strengthen the garrisons, battle ready, +7 combat strength for 5 turns, and +1 vision range. +7 combat strength. Five turns. And we're not close enough. We're not really close enough to anything to take advantage of that, but that is insane. Unfortunately, I probably won't grab it. 250 gold is also ridiculous price to pay, but it does match +7. Anyway, we could also just ignore it and get bad omens, -15 stability, or just conceal it. We'll pay the astrologers to hide the truths and avoid the panic. We'll just take the bad omens. I can't really afford to do anything else, so I just have to take the bad omen. Unfortunately, it is what it is. And let's get city defense, because that's a really cheap one. Hopefully it'll get us a star, because I note that we're not in 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, which means we're doing 4th. Leadership, of course, very useful for the city cap and the extra liberty, so we'll jump straight into that. Army composition will help us get all the way over to liberty, and we'll do that as well. Hey, it does make a super chat sound. It goes, ooh. It kind of sounds like a next era sound. Devilish, thank you so much for another $1.99. Devilish says only the cult of devilishism can save you now. Oh my goodness, my friend, we are halfway there. We are halfway there. The new cult doth emerge. Thank you very much. And if any other super chat donors or new Twitch subscribers, if there are any out there, have any city name requests or anything like that that I can do for you, just shout it at me and I will fill in the blanks for ya. Alright, here's our archer, which we're going to send out and immediately start hoovering up some luxurious territories like those ones. We've also got a warrior here, which is just hilarious timing that I just made the effort to build that archer, and now we have a warrior. However, nobody ever complained from having a little bit of a standing army, I guess. Just place that down there because we can get it down this turn. Jump on it. And shuffle our booties back that way. Progress is progress. Let's get bronze working for the copper. Alright, copper. And Sturinacht is mine. Here you can see, if you don't know what this is the expansionist ability. It's quite good. It basically allows us to not only destroy or ransack territories, but take them for our own in one swoop. It'll take 4 turns. We will annex this. Particularly good for us, of course, is the Bantu, because our traditional way of making territories is very different to the normal empire. Okay, and we are sort of building a little bit of an army here, a little bit of a ragtag group of of yeeters. However, nomadic units can't be merged with other nomads, so... sorry, can't be merged with non-nomads, I should say. They don't really like... they don't really like that. So we'll merge them up. And then merge the archer with the warrior, and we're away laughing. And then we'll keep this pioneer out and exploring. Although it looks like we're about to run into a hard place. And don't forget, our fortune in the stars has been foretold as our empire inevitably falling. So, just be careful out there. Be careful out there. We could nearly win this fight, but I don't really see a need to. We're just going to kind of move around. But absolutely take this territory. Like the absolute arse I was born to be. And you might as well just keep going. Keep trucking that way. Although, actually, if the archer goes down there and gets the horses, then the warrior can go that way. And then our pathfinders and stuff can just keep pathfinding. These ones might even turn into 4 if we get lucky. And we can get rid of them and save a bit of money. For now, though, I'll merge these two and leave them on auto-explore. Fantastic! You know who doesn't get enough love? Pete. Gotta name a city. St. Petersburg. Great idea! Let's do it! Love it. Fantastic idea. Yeah, let's merge. We become one. And hopefully find some blinking, hopefully find one more and then we can get rid of them. 1 star away from our next era. We absolutely need to get the expansionist star, obviously. I think we should probably stick around for a really long time. Although, look at this. They've figured out how to ride horses. We don't know how to do that properly yet. But we're going to take this territory nonetheless because 1 horse ain't going to be enough. I'm just going to refuse their non-aggression pact because I don't want to mess with any of these plans. And Jammers has become a member for 3 months. Jammers, thank you so much. Pete just reminds me of the canary that turned into a dinosaur in Red Dwarf Season 8. I have no idea what that means. I hope it's nice, though. I can think of worse things than being a canary, I guess. Could be a canary with no wings. Either way, organised warfare may be an important part of our plan moving forward, but let's get masonry for now because we might need to, how do I say, enact some population controls. For the time being though, builders districts down, get our first harbour online. Where's the coastal water at?
Your first harbor gives
Boom.
access to endless
And then
expanses
St.
of vast
Petersburg's just going to immediately hoover that up. There's our expansionist star. Thank you very much. We'll keep growing and... Might keep a little bit of extra focus on money and science here. Yeah, I like that. We do definitely need to get our holy site online. Smash out those animal barns. Copper. Alright, copper. And then we will holy site it. Usually I'd get this much earlier in the game, so I hope this doesn't turn around to bite me in the rear end. We're going to find out. I'll slot it in around there. Put this city on industry and food, because it's got a lot of industry and food to do. It is our capital, of course, so we want it to be the place to be. And it's time for us to choose a new culture, which probably means it's time to run a poll on Twitch and YouTube. So let's do that. Who have we got to choose from? At the moment, everybody, but that may be subject to change. Now, we want to include, as we discussed earlier, the Persians, because we think we might be able to get value out of their +2 city cap. They are an expansionist again, as well, which is cool. There was also talk in the chat of wanting to play as an agrarian. We do now, of course, have 2 options, thanks to the Garamantes. So it's either the Celts or the Garamantes. And you know what? I reckon we're just going to choose between those 3. Persians, The Celts, who will combine food and faith, notably, or the Garamantes, who will provide food on terrain where it wouldn't usually be available. It's a more flexible district. And influence. Like, actually kind of the middle ground, really. It's like faith and food, faith and influence, or city cap and sort of influency money thing. Either way, let's run that poll. And thank you again, Jammers, for 3 months of JumboPixel membership. You are absurd. We've also crossed over triple-digit likes, and we still have more than triple-digit viewers. Celts, keep up the food coming. Yep. High difficulties, I would have 3 stacks coming at me by now. I think because of the large map, it sort of saved me, Marcus, maybe? Because usually, I'm in a very similar boat. Devilish calling for Celts. I wonder why. Then we also have the Persians. And then our third option will be the Garamantes. Garamantes. Brilliant. Who will it be for Classic? Let your voice be heard and place your votes now. The poll is live. Hey all, sorry I missed ya. Democracy at play. Thank you, Huck. You are fantastic. Thank you for sorting that out. Alright. We have a couple of turns to wait anyway. We've got that gold, but there's clearly some very easy wins here. Industry, science. The money stars I always struggle with. I'm always poor. Story of my life. My damn money stars. Please. Okay, let's get this food and hopefully complete this set. How dare you? Oh, no, good news. We got the territory before they attacked us. I thought they triggered a fight to stop me from expansionizing their territory. I was kind of mad. However, looks like we're just ticked over this turn, so we've just claimed this territory entirely for free. Thank you very much. And really obnoxiously pinned them in. Oh my god. It could be the only land bridge through if there's not another bridge down here. Although, looks like there very well could be. But either way, we've really pinned them in by expansionizing that one. There is just a small gap to get through. Let's start improving some of these luxuries while the city's under siege. It's one boat versus... a boat? What am I on about? It's one horse versus 3 of us. So we should be okay. Although we're going to need to do some... I don't know... crazy duping, swapping action here. Try and use our numbers to our advantage, because clearly we don't have the combat strength to fall back on. Move that one there, that one there. This one will go for the stab. Oh, nice. Okay, that wasn't too bad. And then we'll just heal up. Get the Arbor down. Nice that we have a harbour on the outside of the continent now as well. We have harbours on both sides. Could be useful in future if we need to find some boats. Population, food equals population equals science. Very true. Garamantes feel underwhelming. Wish they had bonuses on sterile terrain, not just adjacent to their EQ. It's an interesting one. Celts is food, religion, and cheap swordsman with 6 movements. So good. But city cap is life. This is the conundrum, isn't it? City cap, huge. But the Celts would probably grow a better empire. But not necessarily one as large, in terms of number of cities anyway. But we might be able to grow larger within our cities. I don't know. We're nearing gold on a few of these, so we will hang about, probably. We should check our trade, right? Here's coffee, +1 food per farmer, and some stability. Should have bought that a long time ago. And you just have papyrus. Maybe because I'm stealing everything from you. Time will tell. I'm going to pump out another unit here so that we have 4, because now these 4 can potentially go and steal another territory if we want to. We don't have to, of course. We have options now. Hopefully. These ones are auto-exploring. Hey, actually, we might be able to auto-explore our way into expansionizing this. Let's do that. Let's take them off auto-explore. Get 3 down there. Of course, we're also thinking about our affinity. Do we want to keep playing as an expansionist? Do we want to play as an agrarian? We could grab an agrarian in Era 3, potentially. Although the Swahili are in Era 3, and they have definitely piqued my interest. EQ's quite good with stony fields. Yeah, and of course you can place it anywhere, so it's certainly a flexible EQ. I like that about it a lot. Thank you to everybody who's tuning in live, by the way, and liking the video. This is incredible. We haven't seen this kind of support on a live stream in terms of number of viewers anyway, in a very long time. Welcome in, everybody. 130 viewers across both platforms. That is incredible. That is incredible. And Thrax, thank you for... Oh, I've already called you out for following. Jay Vaughan subscribed too. Go you. That is awesome. Alrighty, let's keep moving. Religious rites, actually very good for us, because we want to try and build our holy site a little bit quicker so that we can get that online. These 4 units, I think, will form an outpost for me, but we might just scare away some of this trash first. Huh? Huh? I sort of thought 4v1, you could probably get away with insta-resolving that. I know, drag me over the coals. Insta-lose. Did somebody say insta-lose? If there were no reinforcements, then the AI really balls that up. So let's have a look, right? So it was a 4v1. So I moved to the high ground 4v1. Now, if this empire has some units, I don't know, what, here? And they run them in and reinforce? Then maybe it could be an even fight. If not, though, I don't get it. Let's have a look. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I mean, I guess they funneled through and just started stabbing from the low ground. I suppose that's what happened. Instead of doing what they should do, which is just attacking from one high ground square, like I'm doing here, and just sort of holding this in place, right? Because this unit is stronger than me. It's got 21 combat strength. How? That is also probably another reason why this didn't go in our favor. Anyway, I'm going to keep these ones back here safely and then swap them out each round because the AI will just stab into the closest target rather than moving this way because it needs to defend its flag. So I'm using that to my advantage. As you can see, it's getting +7 from battle ready. They took that event. They took that freaking event. I knew it! I had a suspicion. Wow, that is really cool. I like that a lot. But as you can see, we're losing 1 point because we're damaged. They're losing 2 because they're very damaged. So just to min-max it that little bit more and ensure that these units can stay alive, what I can do is just bring a healthy one in for the next stab. And in this case, because it's so close to losing, I'm just going to send this one in and try and finish it this turn. Boom. It was very damaged, so it was taking extra damage as well. Wow. Right, so they took the event, and that was why their unit was ridiculously powerful. Combine that with the fact that my AI would have ran around this low ground and smashed into it. That's probably why that played out the way it did. Let that be a lesson. Oh dear. Let that be a lesson. Never trust the auto-resolve. Okay, how did we vote? Looks like we voted for the Persians. Big time Persian votes. Twitch, big time Garamantes, and Celts votes. Can we please just vote the same thing for once in our life? Please. How many votes do we have? We have 60 votes on YouTube and we have 14 on Twitch. Okay, so YouTube has voted about 5 times as much as Twitch has. Come on, Twitch. Come on, get over there! Which means you Twitch voters have more power. I think also what it probably means is we need to go for a recount. We need to put the top, we need to verse... looks like no one wants the Celts, which really surprises me. I actually thought the Celts might have won, but they lost. But we might need to do a Garamantes versus Persians, because that was the winning option from either platform. Let's go... Can't afford that yet. Amazing. That's fine. Just carry on this way. 125 influence, that's a bit of a yikes. We'll go for the horses. Go for the horses. And actually, you know what? Let's send these 4 this way and convert them into... not horses. But... turn them into dudes. By way of an outpost. Alright. Let's jump onto this river, I guess, and just quickly check out what's up here. Huge mountain. Big win. Irrigation's been unlocked, which is nice for our future food potential, and Mount Roraima as well. Is that Faith I see there? Oh, it's an administrative center. With a wonder. Now we're talking. Okay. I see you. I think I'm hanging around in this era a little bit too long. Writing will give me the cheaper civics, so I might grab that before I do it. The electoral system. I want to recount. Overthrow the democracy. Hey, yeah, just to mess with me now the Celts aren't losing. Can we make up our minds? I'm a voter. First time on a Jumbo stream? No, I'm a voter. Gotcha. Save scum. Oh, yeah. Save scum. Every time. Okay, let's move this way, because it looks like it's just reconnecting up, so that's fine. Warrior could place an outpost. If we place this one, we get copper. But if we send the archer down here, we might be able to get horses or... And also, what is this? Dyes? Yeah, it's dye. Cool. So we can get horses and dye if we place one here. 7-7 is pretty garbage. I could relocate it, maybe over this side once it's been founded. We'll see. We'll see. Either way, it looks like quite a goodie, actually. Looks like quite a goodie indeed. And then, speaking of goodies, you'll go up there, and we've kind of painted a pretty conclusive picture here now of us colonizing the entire world. No, just a little bit up north. Just a little bit. Hard to test without reloading. It's true. Also, imagine losing 4 units to 1 and having no idea why. I mean, that to me is more frustrating than pressing F9 and trying the turn again. But each to their own. Okay, where would you like to place this? Literally right there. 12-8. Sure, let's do it. See you later, 4 units. You served us well. What, of course, we can do is just pluck one back out and go and grab that food, so it's fine. It's an infinite, it's an infinite loop. Don't forget. And this archer is probably most useful up that way now. So we'll jump them up there. Here come our next... Whoa, grab that food. Here come our next expansionizers. In fact, you can grab that food and we're really away laughing. Wonder if we can snag that extra unit out. Yeah, we can, because we've still got 4. In fact, we're going to have to take even more. Oh, no, we'll pillage... No, we'll pillage with 3. Yeah, we will. How are my stars doing? Nobody else has moved through to the next era. That suggests to me that we're probably doing okay. Still have a little land to claim yet. That is true. That is true. You need a bigger war stick? Oh, pfft. Rubbish. Rubbish! New grievance available.
Sovereign, how can I help you?
The Olmecs are jealous.
Now,
Sounds about right.
one generation learned
And we've discovered writing first.
via something
Go
more
us.
reliable than campfire.
What is this? 1v1. 18. 14. We'll just retreat out of that. Coincidentally run our way over to some discoveries, so that works out totally fine. We could pillage this if we want to be a real so-and-so. But I'm not going to, because we can actually get a lot more value out of this if we move to this city and pillage this with our expansionist ability. Using it twice in one era, I wouldn't usually get that much value out of it. So that is really, really tasty. Move back this way for the food, hopefully turn these ones into an outpost. Try and strike a good balance, and we'll grab Organised Warfare in case we get caught with our pants down. with units separated or something like that. What's this? Maybe I'm biting off more than I can chew. Might just run away from that. We don't quite have the strength. What I should have definitely done was just use these 4 to actually just take this. Because this territory hasn't even been claimed. So I could have just hoovered it up. Now we're stuck in this manual battle, which is what it is. We'll move here. They'll hopefully go for the flag because it's their target. And that will leave them at least on the low ground, which should swing the tide maybe just into our favor. You can see it's a very close fight. A very close fight. I'm just going to defend, I think. It's going to do a lot more damage to them. And then sweep in. Boom. Absolutely fantastic. Really good. And this unit is going to limp down into this and get the heck out of there. Well fought, friend. Well fought. Although we might need you back this way soon. What territory to claim next? Let's do this one, I suppose. 12-12. Nice and perfectly balanced game. And then let's finish off that holy site. It's 2 food per farmer slot. They've got a 6 food. It's 2 food on river. Not bad. Industry from copper. Probably the next best one. We have 2 copper online. Soon to be 3. Maybe even more. I'm pretty sure there was another one over here. Yeah, look at that. We're getting there. Could shoot 6 people out. Let's do it. Holy site! Done! Then I'll buy that copper mine. And then we'll get the forge online. That will help us, hopefully, boost up our industry in a nice, safe way. And then we've just got garbage territories everywhere except for food. So I'll probably build another foodie one. Oh, ow. Okay, the jumbo spiff. Ow. Okay, here we go. We've got our 4 together. All together now. And you know what? Actually, let's just use them to take this. Why not? We've got so many units around. 11-8 looks pretty good. Yeah. Although, if we do it over here, we could probably get a load more industry. Nah, let's just go for the 11-8. Boom! Insta outpost. So good. Well, 1 turn. Not terrible. Then we can go the old... Oh, do I want to build my harbour in a lake? Sure. Nothing has ever gone wrong from doing that. Oh, that was not the one I wanted. F9. Yes, F9 is the hotkey to reload. And F5 to save as well. So if you need to like quickly save, you just smash F5. Hello, I'm back. I didn't expect to be gone for so long. Welcome back. 4X. Good to see you. Oh, yeah, what was I thinking? I mean, really. Taking on the Mycenaeans. Please don't punch me. Hey, here's another new event as part of the Endless mod. And it looks like it's got some pretty interesting stuff on it. Where the gods have risen. So, our scouts come across an incredible place. I mean, look at it in that picture. Giant boulders were cut into straight shapes that you have never met in nature. I.e., they're not natural. The structure is so large that you have no idea how it could be built. Each of the huge blocks is decorated with images of amazing creatures, embellished with geometric lines and shapes. This place is clearly the work of the gods. I mean, it goes without saying, right? How can we please them? Okay, cool. Worship, sacrifice, or celebrate? The age-old question. I just smashed my hand across my keyboard and hit some sort of hotkey, but it doesn't look like it messed us up. Okay, worship. We will adorn the blocks we will get +1 holy sites and +5 food on holy sites. We can sacrifice people to get +5 faith on our holy sites, and another one. Or we can celebrate and get +5 influence. So essentially, what yield do I value more? Food, faith, or influence? Huh. 58 influence a turn. 5 food is like half of a farmer's quarter. 5 influence is a city infrastructure, but an improved city infrastructure, not the basic one. So that's probably better. And then 5 faith. Faith is hard to manufacture outside of population. I'm going to go with the faith. We're going to go extra faith from our holy sites to try and pump our religion by making sacrifices to the gods. Fantastic. Wicked. Nothing like a good old sacrifice to really get the blood pumping. Alright, let's hook up horses and more horses. This should hopefully help us really scale our empire. We'll grab the 2 dies. And actually, we'll just go absolutely nuts on a spending spree on these outposts. Wicked. And I think that the capital could probably look to maybe attach one up in future as well. I think that's fine. We might need this unit back. So I'll just step here and heal. And then step here. Because if we move this one back and we move these ones away... No, the pop-ups! Ah! I think the pop-ups stuffed me. There's +9 science now from that puppy rust. Did they trigger the fight? Dang it. Okay, we're gonna have to retreat. Oh, that one. Oh, no. I was totally wrong. Oh, and actually, Mr. Krabs, I have an idea. What we'll do first is grab that ebony from the Mycenaeans. And then what we'll do, seeing as we've ended up here with no movement, let's pillage this. There's a trade route going through it, so it will kind of annoy the Mycenaeans. But if we pillage it, we'll get another additional unit. And between this one and these ones, we should have enough around here to hold our own. Let's grab the wheel. And end our turn. Brilliant. Hey, thanks to the 23 live viewers on Twitch and the 100 still on YouTube. And everybody who has either followed on Twitch or subscribed on YouTube while we've been streaming. Super appreciate you. And of course, all the likes on the video. I mean, I couldn't even. Bye, Bob. Bob has been sacrificed. The Great Zimbabwe Wonder broken. It's supposed to give you +2% money for each type of resource, but after building it, my gold income didn't change. Oh, influence. Influence? I mean to say interesting. We'll have a look into that. Definitely. Right, so it looks like the Persians received majority of the votes, if we're going by number of votes. Going by platform, they won on YouTube, they got second? Question mark? On Twitch. What is this fight? It's still this frickin' horse, man. Okay, we're gonna take it down. Like last time, it will go for the flag, and this time it's low ground on a river, which is really bad for it. So, again, I mean, we've done it before and we'll do it again. Baited them into taking the flag. We have 3 rounds until the fight will either end because of the end of the turn, or because they'll just win. So eventually they will win by holding the flag. That's why they're going for it. However, because it's such a disadvantageous spot, I mean, look at that combat breakdown. They start with 18 combat strength, but then I receive 4 from high ground, so instantly we're even. And then because they're crossing a river, they lose 3, they're more damaged than I am, and I'm promoted. It's a cakewalk. See ya. And we get 10 food out of it as well, because we are still a nomadic unit. Gonna heal them up. It's only half a turn's worth of gold. I notice we're making a lot of gold now, so we might look to start to make a bit of gold with it. Let's get a harbour down before we attach one of these to the capital. It'll slow down the attachment slightly, but I think it's worthwhile. Hello, harbour? Please? Okay, there we go. Boom. Buy the forge. May as well splash a bit of cash. Both cities can have their forges. And now, a holy site. Like no other. Smash it down there. And then get both cities onto it. Let's finish this up. We'll get people on industry as well if they're not already industrialized. Actually, we can afford to loosen it a little bit because it's going to be 3 turns regardless. So, in fact, while we're doing it, we might as well Get science. Okay, that's pushing it too far. Boom. There we go. There's the sweet spot. Let's ride that out for 3 turns and then come back to it. Not even sure what to do with this archer. I guess we're just waiting to claim this territory. It's fine. How are we doing on the score? Not so hot. Got a lot of ground to make up. Which is the nature, of course, of playing on Humankind difficulty. It's rare that you would surge out the gates too much. And what have we got here? Pioneer. Just finished kicking that horse's backside. And the Mycenaeans are like, would you mind not pillaging that? Oh no! Run away! Oh, we are so close to being able to found this territory though. Well, sorry, pillage. Oh, they did. Okay, let's regroup. Fortify. They are clearly doing the same. Maybe we just concede that they've taken that one and focus on what we can have. And then steal it off them later. How are we doing for our stars? Pretty good. One more military victory would get me that one. Otherwise, though, it's kind of just an influence one this turn, a gold one this turn as well. Okay, cool. We'll get those. And then maybe even get more afterwards. As I bounce around here waiting for enough influence to claim territories. Although, actually, maybe we just station that there. Might focus on growing a third city, seeing as we weren't able to... Yeah, 510. That's not terrible. Seems we weren't able to just, like, steal one from a random AI. Or anything stupid like that. Or, that being said, copper is copper. Hey, copper. Yeah. Let's get the copper online. And, finally, a promotion for our religion. I do love the harbour buff. I really do. But let's go +2 industry on forest and woodland, because this map is clearly a bit limited when it comes to industry. So the more we can get naturally out of the world, probably the better off we are. Probably. Citation, very much needed, friends. Very much needed. See ya, micro. You're gonna go for the Great Mosque to make the crepes again? Yeah, and do the trick that was being discussed in Discord. The really silly one? Maybe. I'm not against it. I'm definitely not against it. This 4v4 though is one that we don't win. And it would just be such a waste of units. But we could like pillage something instead, I guess. Although we're trading for that, so it kind of defeats the purpose. At least we do have organized warfare, so... Oh, shoot. I'm trying to run away. I am trying to run away. Stop chasing me down! I'll leave you be. I will leave you be. As tempting as it is to go for the next holy site, I think we should probably just... get the really basic infrastructure here. Buy it with a little bit of cash even, I'm not against that. And then we'll just keep it growing. It's still growing, we've still got jobs, everything's all good. Everything is great, actually. Religious tolerance will give us +3 influence on territories if they follow the state religion. And that will move me towards +5% food. So let's do it. Open-minded. Sounds good to me.
They start worshipping delivery services and bank accounts.
They start worshipping delivery services and bank accounts. What a mood. I'm just really quickly going to go and get a refill of coffee. But don't worry, I don't even have to brew the jug because I flicked it on before. How good. So I will see you in a moment. Probably, I'm going to guess 65 seconds. Don't go away. But if you do choose to go away, thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you in a minute. Alrighty, we're back at it. It's Koopy time. Watching stream for 2 months now, mostly without chatting. But today I break the silence. Hey, Tim! Nice one! Nice. Love to see so many viewers on the stream. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? It's cool, isn't it? Of course, loads of them tune out when I go and get a drink, but that's okay. I would probably do the same. Anyway, we're back. Huck, thank you for sharing the links and stuff in the chat. You're the bomb. Much appreciate. Alright, let's crack back into it. And I do just want to quickly say that this week there will be some, I believe, some Twitch exclusive streams. So if you are on Twitch and you're not already following me and you'd like to be a part of those, there will at least be one this week that will just be on Twitch for reasons undisclosed. So yeah. At this stage, say no more. But if you'd like to follow on Twitch, that would be awesome. Anyway, let's crack back into this game, into turn 51, and I reckon probably move through to our next era, right, fairly shortly. Woof. Although, now that we've ramped up our influence and gold generation, these stars are fairly easy to earn. The only ones that we're not going to be able to get because of the lack of independent tribes appear to be otherwise. Yes, I do have the link in the description. Yep. Link in the description, and a description of the mod in the description as well. My goodness, he said description a lot. I got that bot. I'm watching chat. Alrighty. How many likes can we get to? Should we set a really ambitious target? We haven't set an ambitious target in a very long time. I used to do this a lot, but I felt like it was a bit spammy, so I stopped. Save the file. Yeah, caught it. Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work. Alright. Okay. Thank you for bearing with. Let's crack back in. What is this? Oh. I can't watch. But you know what? You'll pay for that. No, you won't, because I'm retreating. Oh, we lost 2 of our units because of our overstepped greed. Let's just get out of here. Get out of here with our tail between our legs. 10 stability. If territories follow a foreign religion, or 10 money. I'd like to move fully toward order? This must be bugged. Yeah. Yeah, this is bugged. We're going to move towards liberty. But is that really worth 134 influence? No, I think we'll get religious rights, which will give us plus 5% money rather than industry. But we construct our holy sites quicker, so it ends up being worth it. Should have got it a while ago. Boom. St. Pretoriusburg and Mucosine doing just fine. Splash some money to finish that. Farmer's Quarter. Get extra people on making the pancakes. Oh, please! Run! Get out of there! Seriously. Just ruthless and reckless. Jeepers. Alright, let's save up to turn one of these into a city. It's probably going to be this one. So I'll put a harbour there. And we'll now try to make a city out of that. Dispensary here during streams. Not sure what avatar. Okay. Oh man, yeah. What do I want to do with these units? Sort of becoming less useful. We can't fight in their territory, but we can fight in ours. We could also, of course, try and sneak through this way with them and expansionize down here. I'm a little worried about this. This is starting to be a concern. Wonder if they'd take my alliance. Maybe if we buy more stuff off them. We'll pump up their economy and make ourselves dependent on each other, although they are condescending. Come on! Seriously. I'm in third now. That's good. Aesthete star. And that's us, probably. Unless I can get one militarist star. It doesn't look like it. Okay, let's move through. Ah, pleasure, Pete. It was Hoff's idea, so you can thank him for that too. Hey, Season 28, thank you so much for subscribing on Twitch. You are awesome. I'm sorry I missed it. 2 minutes ago. Thank you so much. That is wicked. You are subscriber number 60. They go up and down a lot. So maybe you don't get that one. Don't get that one. Yeah. Don't get that one tattooed on you. Since you subscribed to Twitch Prime. Did you get the Discord link? I hope so. If not, we'll share that about. And we're going for... Okay, the Celts got taken. Well, that does actually make my decision a little bit easier, because therefore we take the Persians. It feels bad. But, hopefully, the city cap will pay off. We're going for the Persians. Also, money. Not mad at it. Let's do it. Bantu to Persia. Okay. Unorthodox, but we'll take it. Now, of course, we're thinking, who are we going to play next?
As far as ideas go, you need to get comfortable with
And wonders as well. Oh, jeez. We are so behind on these. Anybody want to build the statue of Zeus? No? Me neither. And I guess we'll just go into building Satrap's Palace. Although, actually, another obelisk of the gods ready to be built. So let's place that instead. No, actually, another alternative idea. Let's hold off on that. Work on our influence generation after all by building Satrap's Palaces everywhere. +9 gold, not terrible. Not terrible.
to harness the power of water
And
itself in
+7,
order to
kind of
feed
terrible. Kind of. No, it's not actually that bad. It's not actually that bad. Okay, good. What is super evident to me now is that we need we need more cities. I have a 5 city cap. Part of the theory is, well, actually, you should probably just take them by force. So I might build my... I might unlock iron and get our unique Persian units anyway. I'm having trouble falling behind on my cities. And mid-late game, I always start off really well with Bantu, but I always fall behind. Brian, it could be your city infrastructure that you're falling behind on. It makes a huge difference. So much so that it can sometimes be worth burning down cities and replacing them once you get those key technologies that allow you to start with more infrastructure in your cities, like feudalism. It could be infrastructure. I mean, of course, it's really hard for me to tell, right? Because there's like a million different variables that it could be. But that's one that springs to mind immediately for me anyway. Let's get plus 10% science and +1 science on our trade routes. Kapow! I'm not saving up for cities! Like a moron! Let's see if we can go through and bully this player again. Who are you? The Aksamites. Okay. Great. Let's have a look. We're not overly strong. It's important to note. Like, these units are fairly weak. We could lose them. So I'm taking on some risk here. But if we can find even just an outpost, and one of these territories must be, because there's no way that this is this big in one Leventa.
first visible mark of this new culture. I hope the style is pleasing.
A wonder
because
can be
it will be
claimed?
around
No, it
for as long
can't.
as the city lasts.
You liar. Okay, where is this freaking out? Where would I put an outpost? Through here, surely. On the other side of these mountains, right? We could get trade expeditions to go and have an explore, or we could upgrade our peasants first. I'm just going to play it really safe and upgrade my peasants first, just in case one of our cities runs into trouble. It's really useful to have strong peasants, especially for someone like me, who ignores militarism at every turn. Okay, see ya. Nah, it's not happening. It's not happening. We're just too weak. Ah! We're gonna have to gamer moves our way out of this one. Trade expeditions might help us, actually. Okay, I'm gonna hopefully no pop-ups come up, otherwise these units die. Run. Run. It's a shame we can't just randomly place outposts, but it is what it is. There's another copper to be improved here. This is more worthwhile than saving for a city, I think, because that'll give a lot of industry to existing ones. However, we've actually finally got enough money for another city, so let's smash one down. I'm going to do it right here because this is a key point. Like, this really... This spot right here must be defended. Super important location. So much so, I actually may consider building some garrisons around this city, which I would never normally do. Never normally do. I always think of the Aksamites as wealthy. Cha-ching! They do appear it. Definitely. Was just reminded over on YouTube about Discord access through sub. Happened to have Prime sub sitting around, so... Oh, cool. Oh, wicked. That is awesome. Hey, Doc. 3 days scratching my head. So good to be done. Good stuff. Okay, I'm just going to buy the Satrap's Palace here, because we have just started this new city, so we can probably splash a bit of cash. Likewise, the Pottery Workshop, and then we'll get the Animal Barns and the Forge online, and then probably jobs. 12 industry. Yeah. And let's get people on food and stuff too. Cool. Alright, new city. The city of Persia. And to help it along, we will grab a territory for it, I think. Om nom. Brilliant. Expansionist star. Done. Satrap's Palace is sort of pushing out onto some potential Goldie spots. Goldie spots. Goldie spots in the Three Bears. So we'll move that there. Create outpost cost. Sure.
You're at the end of an ideology axis?
And this is not a new event as part of the mod. And we're going to go with solar calendars because... clocks. Because who wants to tell the time at night? It's dark. Go to bed. We really don't need the +1 city cap from philosophy. It's kind of just taking the mick at this point. But at turn 64, we might need some research quarters fairly soon, though. Alright, we've got our units back to Persia. Welcome home. Buy the forge. Get the early infrastructure, including walls, which I might make a top priority, just in case bad things happen to good people. Or me. And then... I don't really want to chop these forests, if we can help it. But there could be some somewhere. Maybe up north. We'll find out. Either way, boom, 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 boom! How are we doing? 25 people on Twitcheroo. 85 on YouTube. Still over triple-digit live viewers. That is really cool. And Thomas, subscribed on YouTube. I've got this YouTube subscription alerts on still. I have tried. I have tried. Oh dear. Okay. Memphis.
Tell me what is on your mind.
Hello, Edgar. Ugh. Ugh. Let's trade.
Something here that should please us.
Silk. Lead.
A proposal as fair as a summer's day.
A proposal as fair as a summer's day. Brilliant. Let's get philosophy. Patch broke my mod. Spent the last days 3 bugging. but finally got it done. Oh, wicked to hear, Doc. That's awesome. Good one. The grind is real. A new civic. Architecture. Huh? This is different. Brilliant. So we haven't really encountered into this impact before. So we've got pragmatic architecture or art architecture. Okay. Pragmatic will send us away from Liberty, give us 10 district fortification at the cost. Oh, and on district -1 stability. Right. Right. So all of our districts become more fortified and lose stability. Or we can go for artistic architecture and receive +1 influence and +1 stability on all districts. I mean, why would you ever take that? Why would you ever take this? I guess if you are under a lot of pressure, maybe if we get declared war on, we could swap to it so that the rest of our districts protect our units a bit better. But as far as I can see, also the -1 stability is interesting. That is, I don't really even get that. I guess people don't like pragmatic, so they're less stable, but then you would think because it's fortified, it's usually would provide stability rather than take it away. That seems quite odd to me. Again, just one person's opinion on the internet. But art, I like a lot. +1 influence on district and +1 stability. Boom. Fantastic.
If trouble comes, 5 market quarters should provide you with a number.
It's a Horatio statue. That's from the mod, surely? It must be. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Should we get another holy site down? Oh no, actually we're sort of starving. Just sort of. It's fine. Another food job? Yeah, fine. Build up some more foodie districts. Flood irrigation will help a wee bit. Over here in Parza, it's doing fine. You need to get over here as quickly as you possibly can, because it looks like, at the very least, there's an island here that hasn't been claimed. And it's got iron. It's also got 2 sources of tea. Jolly good. Smash that down. Cool. Okay. We'll grab that little island. And hydrology seems like a no-brainer. Okay, what are we dealing with on this tree? We want to go Imperial Power. Yep. We want to go an old Peteville here. Probably more infrastructure. That being said, oy vey. It's a tough one. Because we kind of need market quarters too. I'll buy that outright. Throw more people on there. We're going to need that food district sooner rather than later as well. Maybe before the watermill. Otherwise, that city's going to stop growing. It's a miracle that this one's still growing. We're managing to just keep on top of it, I think. Shuffle through some infrastructures. And then over here on the brand new Promised Land. How good is that? I want to turn this into a city. What a beautiful city it would be as well. Look at that. Halong Bay. Oh, so good. Look at it go. Wow. You ready for this? Left the yield icons on. How about that though, huh? What a place to live. Pop over here from your boat. Hoon over to Halong Bay. Like a little like shack here or something. Either way. Very fun. Oh, look, and I can actually turn it into a city right now. Do we want to wait for the next era? Probably not, actually. Well, no time like the present. Let's do it. The districts here are awful. Oh, no, I see. That is actually interacting. Right. On Empire +1, which is turning my -10 into -11, because apparently -10 + 1 is -11. I haven't done maths in a while, and I might not be the best mathematician, but chat, and please tell me if I'm wrong, because I could be missing something. But am I right in thinking that a district that normally provides -10, that is then granted +1, should now be at -9? Because -10 plus +1 is -9? No? No? Just me? Please do let me know. I'm pretty sure that's how numbers work. But maybe I'm an idiot. Well, I know I'm an idiot as well. That's the trouble. It's both of those things are true, I believe. I believe both of those things to be true. Alrighty. Let us... Wow, okay. Should we wait to the next era? The next era was next turn. Now I kind of do wish that I waited for the next era. Either way, we need to run a poll at the very least. So, who should we choose from? We could lean in onto the money route, seeing as we're doing quite a bit of trade. I think the Ghanaians would be a really interesting option, actually, yeah. We're doing a bit of trade. We don't have a huge number of resources, but we've got enough. The next pick for me will be an industrial one, because we don't have a lot of industry behind us. I'm going to go for the Khmer, because we do have quite a few rivers, so we could actually, for once, take advantage of the slightly nerfed Khmer. And last but not least, Swahili. So good. And new. And money. And food. And stability. This is the pick. But as always, I'm keen to, at the very least, gauge your interest. So, I think my maths is spot on. Should be -9. Yeah. Yeah, look at me go. Look at me go. Okay, yeah. So that is, I mean, I get it. Positives and negatives. It's hard. It's hard. But that makes sense because if we look back at what I was rambling about before, who for next era? There you go. Poll is up. If we look at actually look at that civic, as I was saying, it would make more sense if when the districts become fortified, you gain stability, because almost every district in the game that is fortified, at the very least, is stability neutral, if not, it provides stability, which makes sense, right? Because it's the army, it's the garrison, whatever it might be. There's strength in having order, and order is fortification, essentially. So it makes a lot more sense that the arty architecture would provide influence at the cost of stability, because it's more free and liberal, and it could be expressing anti-government ideas, or, you know, whatever. It's free and it's open. Whereas this one is more sort of authoritarian, really designing fortified districts and therefore providing stability. So I do believe that it is working as it should be, but it's not. It's written wrong. Like this should say +1 and this should say -1. I'm almost certain. But I think it's probably working the way it should. Again, this is just a theory. I can't prove that. But it makes sense to me that it's working properly. It's just not written properly because negative numbers are hard. Look, when you got a lot on your plate, integers are difficult. Alright. Hey, how cool was it, by the way, while we're talking about things to do with Humankind, how cool was it to see, I'm not sure if anybody in chat at the moment really tuned into some of the amplified streams. Hey, nice catch, Hoff. Or even just watch some other people play Humankind, but it was really cool over the weekend to see Amplitude turn on the money printer, or I don't know if they did, but sponsor a lot of people to play Humankind. I saw Bose was playing it, which was cool. Some big names as well. I logged onto Twitch at one point in the weekend. There was like, I don't know, like 1,000 people watching Humankind, which is a lot for a game which is nowhere near as popular as, say, Civilization 6 in terms of active player counts, you know? Impressive. Now, of course, you could argue, well, it was just because they were sponsored, and you'd probably be right. But it was very cool to see so many people watching and playing Humankind, even if, unfortunately, one of them wasn't me. Hey, look! Event! The last of their line! A troubling truth has emerged regarding the great, stable megalopolis of St. Pretoriusburg. Many servants from the city's palace have been castrated at the command of the local ruler. These eunuchs are believed to be more loyal. Really? Okay. Into submission, I guess. And they are said to play a number of roles, from courtier to singer to guard. Very Game of Thrones vibes coming through right now. Although Cersei would not wear a ridiculous party hat like that. What is your view on the matter? Oh, jeez. Yeah, nah, sorry. Sorry. I don't care if they're more loyal. That is just not gonna fly. I am cracking down on that nonsense. Nobody deserves that. Okay. Well. Okay. Let's get this holy site down in Persia, because Persia's going to pump out a whole load of religious pressure onto our neighbors. Is the idea, anyway. Boom, boom, boom. Do we have enough influence for a city? About 5 million years ago. Probably means we should move through, because I want to get that next tech. So, who did you vote for? Swahili. Overwhelming support for Swahili, and for damn good reason. I think they are incredibly strong. Incredibly strong. Let's go with the Swahili. Boom. And foreign outposts. Punish. Yeah, we're gonna punish, alright. You got that right, Al. We are absolutely punishing. 510 current Humankind viewers on Twitch. Oh, man. Who's streaming it at the moment? Who is streaming it at the moment? Is it a sponsored stream? Are we splashing cash? At the moment. Is it another... No. Maybe? Let me have a look. Now you've piqued my curiosity. Yeah, it is. Yep. Hey, we're second. Someone, LEGE, I've never watched them before, but they look fantastic, are streaming to 450 viewers on Twitch at the moment. Dreams are free. One day, we will be the top on Twitch and YouTube. When people aren't being paid lots of money, maybe. Or no money. I have no idea. Alright. Land rights looks very good to me. Ooh. Okay. Sure. We'll go communal land, tentatively. And then we'll get stability if they're not following our religion. Let's check the religion screen. It's decent. It's decent. I'm pretty sure I have units standing around doing nothing, waiting to claim territories as well, don't I? Yeah. So I'll need to focus on that too. But anyway, we've moved through as the Swahili, which is super exciting, because now we can get these districts. I mean, how is that even fair? Oh, I love this music too. Yes. Okay. Humankind soundtrack is fantastic. It's got to be said. Okay, cool. Right, Swahili harbor's going down in Persia. Persia absolutely loves it. We might be able to claim a wonder now too. Yes. Oh no, we lost the Great Mosque of DJ. Dang it. Dang it. My question for Mr. JumboPixel. Conscription versus professional army. Reduce army industry costs versus +1 combat strength, which is better. I always lean for +1 combat strength. Always lean towards the former +1 combat strength, seems so minimal. Ally Fox, that is a really good question. Hey, thank you so much, Ollie Pamar, for following along on Twitch. That is awesome. You are follower number 571, and I think you should get it tattooed on your forearm. To answer your question, which is a good question, talking about, where are we? Professional army. Professional soldiers. Army composition. I always go for professional soldiers because it puts you towards liberty, which is, it's the first civic usually that will do that, and so you start to get +2 influence on your districts. As you move into the later game, this becomes less important, and you can swap to this one, and you should, probably, but as far as I'm concerned, there is no reason when you first get the civic, it's probably your third civic that you unlock, to choose -30% industry costs. Unless you're going for a really stupid fast war, then maybe you can get some value out of it. But I think that don't forget, it's essentially providing you either, on this side, you get a 30% industry reduction, so you can't buy troops. You don't get a reduction for buying them, but you do for industry, so you must have industry. So there's a little precondition. Either way. This way, it'll move you towards vision range, whereas this way, it'll move you towards +2 influence on emblematic district, which is like, realistically, probably +6, then +8. It's huge. So I think that this one really should be read in the early game as +1 combat strength on unit and +2 influence on emblematic district. Whereas this one is 30% industry discount on units and +1 vision range. That one's fine too, but I'll take the extra influence in the early game just because it's so important for growth. And that is why I tend to lean towards the opposite of you, Fox. And I tend to grab that one. I'm not saying it's right, but I prefer it. For the influence. Influence is king in the early game if you want to expand. And it's the best way to very quickly dial up your influence. Any outpost that is an outpost must have these harbors built on it. Like, there's just... Did I just build 2? Oh no. Okay, there's just no competition. Anything that's left an outpost needs it. To be fair, anything that's not an outpost also needs it, because look, each one of these is providing me with an additional 50 gold per turn. We're never going to have to worry ever again. We're made in the shade. Let's hook this up. Nice. So that we can get some proper districts online. Boom. Maybe one of each. Ugh, no. It's slow going, but it'll get there. Feudalism, so that our new cities will be better cities. It's Ali. Ali Fox. Oh, cool. Thank you. Don't discount +1 CS. There's a lot of +1 CS, and they add up early game. Yeah? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Even the plus... In my opinion, even the +1 combat strength alone actually outweighs that. To be perfectly honest. Because it does really add up. Because again, in the early game, there's so little difference between units that a 15 versus a 14 is actually quite impactful. Hey, look! Oh, look! What the heck? Okay, so the year is 1388 BCE. We're in the medieval era, and these strange guests arrive. A delegation of foreign knights have visited your palace. They are very polite, but you cannot escape the feeling that they communicate with you as if speaking to children, or even minors. Even to the eyes of the most widely travelled explorer, they seem strange. But they speak our language. They bring generous gifts, and they say that they're on a mission to search for ancient artifacts, so they ask permission to visit our shrines and inspect our relics. As a token of their good intentions, they are authorized, yikes, to provide us with any support. How can they be helpful? Okay, cool. So these mysterious guests, who are clearly from the endless universe, have turned up to give us a gift and explore our lands. We can either receive 200 influence from them, which for me at the moment is about 40% of a turn. Seems unnecessary, really, doesn't it? We can ask them to assist us by revealing the location of the new world. We're playing a custom map. Not sure if that's overly useful. Or we can get minus 20% on cultural wonder industry costs. Cool. Let's get that. Let's get that. That is wicked. A discount on future wonders. And let's take... Notre Dame. Todaiji. The Great Zimbabwe, which is new, plus 2% money per number of unique types of resources. Or we go the tried and true, plus 1 food per faith, double down on religion. I think we'll go for that as just a solid base. It's only 250 influence, and we're going to be able to build it 20% cheaper now. So hopefully the two of those things will add up to be mega power. So let's place it down. Cannot be placed on a mountain. Whoops. I'm getting confused with Angkor. What? But let's place it down maybe, I don't know, somewhere that could use stability if anywhere needs it. It doesn't. This city is ripe for expanding though, so let's build it up here. Right there. Obnoxiously. Okay, cool. And down to 6 turns. Very good. And you, my friend. Oh my goodness, look at these. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Look at all these yields. Swahili. Plus 48 gold if we smash one in there. I mean, it would be more useful to have one outside the city, I think. So I'll place it out there. But that is outstanding. Let's also place down this outpost. A 520, no less. Looks pretty good to me. And that archer was waiting a long time ago. Up here, we'll get this done too. Soon. Brilliant. Time to ramp up, everybody. Plus 1 farmer's slot would be useful. Although, we do have a little bit of a gold build going on, kind of on accident. So, could also consider that in future. For the time being, though, boom. Look at that growth. That is really good. Splash a bit of cash on a charcoal kiln as well. Maybe just spend a turn to get some walls, just in case bad things happen. And plus 11 stability from a harbour in the middle of a lake. Why not? Better than a garrison. Upgrade our warrior to have a sword. And let's jump over to this island, which looks to be a spicy, uninhabited land. Homeland bonus, the homeland world axis. Oh yeah, cool. That does make sense. Midnight, time to sleep. Fair enough, Forex Gamer. I know it's getting late for you Europeans. I appreciate you sticking with me. New World in the medieval era. Normally that event doesn't happen until early modern. Ah. Yeah. I think you might be right, Huck. I think you might be right, actually. I sort of just assumed that it was in the right one. But maybe not. Interesting. Okay. Alrighty, let's roll through. Boom. Archer. Still can't be upgraded to a crossbow, but doesn't pay to ask questions. Send it down to Parza just in case. And... oh, jeez. Do I just place it down on this island and call it a day? 10 turns. No. Let's jump into the sea. There must be another island in the middle here, surely. As the Swahili, of course, we can sort of embark and sail around much easier. So, I'm willing to waste a few turns to see what we can find. Oh, yikes. That's not even a new world. That's orange. Okay. Welp. What is this?
Welcome. What do you seek?
Non-aggression pact.
I offer
Sure.
A proposal as fair as a
Oh my god! What? What is this? What? Look at all these luxuries! Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Relax. Let us speak honestly.
We've got loads of these to hoover up. Some of them very cheap, some of them very far away, so they're quite
I
expensive.
offer greetings.
And you, Mycenaeans, not doing so hot, huh? I'll buy you coffee off you, though. Never say no to that. Feudalism has been completed. This means that new cities will now start with a whole load of infrastructure. And that means that I should build new cities with a whole load of infrastructure. We're going to do it here once we get these harbors online. 48. Good. Improve that. Good. Turn this into a city. Kabam! You'll notice it's got all of its infrastructure, so it's going to be vastly better than all of the other ones that have come before it, basically. Smash down a couple of gold districts, because we like gold. And a couple of makers' quarters as well. And then you know what? We may as well just immediately attach it. Cool. We do not need people on gold, I don't think. Actually might be worthwhile to have people on science instead to try and make up for the fact that we don't know science. However, for the first time this game we are in second place. The only player who's doing better than us we've not yet met, which worries me. Perhaps turtling up by themselves? New World Explorer, mayhap? I don't know. Grab mounted warfare just in case. And it looks like this journey was a total waste of time. This poor unit is gonna perish. It's been out here for so long. I just don't know about settling on there. Ah, fine. We could, like, test a missile or something out there, maybe. I don't know. Mask of a Sir, one of the Empire's greatest writers, has completed his magnum opus. Tells a brave story of a sailor who visited a land and stole a magical mask. The first time that the ancient gods were mentioned not just as omnipotent, unattainable creatures, but as ordinary people. Endowed with supernatural power, yet not alien to human traits and flaws. Right. Right, interesting. The writer claims that the story is a true story and was told by the hero himself, as you would. Some who have already read this epic are outraged by this attitude toward the gods and fear that the Empire may be punished. How should we respond to such a work? Right, so do we find human qualities in our gods? Is essentially what that is saying. And way back, there's a story of a god who was a person and stole a mask. Okay. As you do. Skeptical. +2 influence per pop for 15 turns. We could promote it and receive +2 money on coastal water tiles. Or we could censor it and get +5 civilian on +2 money. Oh, this is insane. +2 money on coastal water tiles. Rumors is very tempting because it would get us a load of influence. But let's go for the money. At the moment, we're getting 988 gold per turn. We're getting 1,010. That wasn't as impactful as I would have hoped. Should have gone for influence. But that's okay. It's alright. Next up on my list will probably be Chivalry for the Hamlets. Or the Cramlets, as I like to call them. Hey, Jammers! Thank you so much for the super chat! Jammers with a £5 super chat says, right now, you're making me play Humankind myself with the mod. Question is, cider or whiskey? Whiskey always. Whiskey always. 136 likes. Yeah, Octopus. So good, right? We hit 60 within the first 30 minutes. Yeah, we had loads of people here. We had like 120 live viewers an hour ago. Now we're down to... We're actually still nearly at 100 if we add Twitch to YouTube. Poor Twitch. Poor Twitch. I love you, Twitch. But as we were saying before, we are a little bit outclassed on Twitch. Because somebody much more talented and successful than I am is streaming a French Jamaica basketball stream. 21 hours and 30 minutes, apparently. Yikes.
The site of Angkor Wat.
There's Angkor Wat, and we could jump back. It's a shame we can't jump back and grab the Great Zimbabwe, because I would have really liked it. I guess I'll grab Todaiji because it's cheap. Literally, that's just kind of it. I just sort of want another wonder, and we can build them quite readily and easily. And, I mean, Todaiji has a benefit. It's not completely useless. But for 4 turns, Not a big deal, I reckon. We've got enough money that we can sort of just buy things in our cities as and when we want them, and have the city's industry working more on wonders. Hey, strange guest 2! The knights who were at my audience not so long ago have returned and brought even more generous gifts. Man, these guys are the best. They remind you on their mission to find the relics of the ancient gods and convince you that one of your shrines has what they are looking for. Okay, right. So they're like, hey, by the way, still looking for those gods, and one of your holy sites looks pretty hot. They ask you to give them unfettered access, and wonder what you want in return. Okay, what do I want from them? Let's see. We could get... Oh, this is so cool. This is what events should be like in Humankind. These dynamic events are very cool. Very cool. So, science. In exchange for the technology, they'll teach us alchemy, weapons, provides charge skills to all melee units. Wow. If I had a standing army, that would be very good. I'm wondering if it applies to all future melee units or just existing ones. It doesn't say. If it applies to all future ones, I'd take it. But if it just applies to existing ones, I don't want it. So I might just take... Oh, we could actually just say, you can't break our relic and make 50 fame. Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna stand our ground. You can't just turn up here and smash shit down, bro. That is not something that you can do, okay? This is my land. Archer arrives, and maybe not a moment too soon. I'm going to turn all of these pioneers into horse people. Maybe now we ride through and... Oh, no, because we're not an expansionist now. Rats. Okay. And also no neutral tribes anywhere. So unless I want to go to war, I just can't get my military stars. It's just impossible. Which is rather annoying. But maybe the nature of the map. I don't know. If only we had crepes. Oh, I know, right? You should form an alliance, trade agreement, pump all money directly into trade. Yeah, we should. And we should do it with,
Greetings,
these ones.
Sovereign. Are you with me or against me?
I'm with you, friend. Let's be allies!
What do you say to
I think they said no.
proposal?
Yeah, they said no.
Maybe.
Ridiculous. They must be still salty at me from that outpost that I stole from them like 3,000 years ago. What we'll do is we'll just try and build up our dependency on each other by just buying more of these trade routes. I could upgrade my agreements and stuff, but it'll cost me influence and I don't really want to spend it because I want to build more cities, because you'll notice we're still one below our city cap. I just need, like, this place is going to have to be a city as well,
With 15
clearly.
market quarters, you'll soon be using stacks of banknotes to heat their houses.
And then we'll attach it to that as well, so it will have another territory. Good. If they can at least have 2, that would be nice. Ideally 3, but 2's fine. And then we just make this island one as well. Yikes. Okay, defend, and we're done. Agrarian stars. Cool. How are our stars doing, actually? Huh. Okay. Sure. Not terrible. We are starting to catch up a little bit. That's a good sign. I like that. Pan over to this side of the Empire, and this unit is really sort of going to be my saving grace explorer. We're hoping to find some unclaimed land, although I don't know if it's actually going to play out. They'd like to trade everything. We'll accept it because we're trying to buddy up with them. Somehow they've only got 1 horse, and now they want an alliance. Okay, well... Shared logistics sounds good to me. I'll chuck the customs union at them, and now we are wed to each other for life, essentially. Me and Lucy.
Your proposition is advantageous.
I'm gonna buy their sage.
Wonderful event.
And then mercury. Fantastic. Silver, silk. So we need to go for patronage, don't we? We need to get there first. Because we do have quite a few luxuries. Look at this little luxury menu up here.
Them to their farms.
That is cool. Hey, look, and here's some independent people.
Toreji was the largest wood structure
Ah.
in years, more or less. That should impress anyone.
Get out there. We know where the new world is now. Let's go. Send the horses out. Those fools gave us their map locations, and now we ride. Brilliant. They're going to navigate through this way. What? To take these islands up here, maybe? We can probably do that before they get there. Boom. Here's another city. Thank you kindly. Minus 12 stability? What is going on with the stability? Not that it matters. Woof.
Your people
Boom.
as a place of safety and a
So
symbol of power.
good. Alright, let's train 2 immortals here and send them up to take those islands. Here's a religious upgrade. We are nowhere near winning the religious game. Damn it! We'll get +5 food on our harbours though, because the Swahili love their harbours. So that is very cool. We're going to get huge benefits out of that. And to really maximise our benefits though, you know what we need to do? New world! Send that one that way. And this one on a slightly more forward trajectory. And then these ones, because we're the Swahili, we can just sort of bounce in and out over land and back out again. We're going to jump straight into the middle of the Great Barrier Reef, because how about that? Can't wait until these customizable empire names. Oh yeah, it'll be really good, won't it? It'll just really add to that storytelling. I'm so looking forward to that as well. So looking forward to that as well. We've only just got the independent people civic. Curious. Very curious, actually. This one's scientist per researcher. We get the crossbows, we get seafaring mastery, or we get furnace steel. We'll grab those 2 cheapies. And we are ready to move through, but I might just remind me later on that one. And then let's use this unit to continue to see if there are any islands this way. We're starting to get a feeling that there might be. I mean, we can literally see one there, so that's good. In that turn. Turn 97. Okay. We're doing alright. We've found Mount Everest. Yes. And it's on the new world. How good. We're going to jump this horseman here and very quickly grab this here island territory. 512 looks good to me. And then keep that one going that way. And then keep these ones going that way. Where my ally is also doing the same thing. They've actually got a city over there already. And you are... Oh, we could potentially influence this. Splash a bit of cash at it. Why not? Sure. And then if we want to end up fighting them, we'll just fight them. But if we don't, then we can rely on maybe, maybe, that as a backup plan. Yes, see if you can find a boat. Fantastic discovery. Worth sacrificing the unit. Look at the boat's shadow. Oh, that's not new land. Is this the new world? Nah, it's about another 5 clicks that way. Oh, okay, thanks. How odd. Mucosine hasn't even built its dang harbour. It's going to provide it with 60 gold. So we'll smash that out. And another one! Oh, come on. Another 60 gold and 16 food across the board. I mean, jeepers. Get the harbour upgrades, the wall upgrades, and the old basic harbours too. Don't forget them. 20 stability, 6 food. I mean, it's, you know, it's fine. 15 food, not terrible. We've just about to run out of jobs in the city as well. So we need to try and get some normal districts online fairly quick smart. Probably foodie ones, but I mean, I don't mind. I'll chuck one ahead. Ah, actually, scratch that. Hamlets. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, really. The power of the hamlet cannot be understated. And I also quite like its unlock pathway because you move through from the classical era into the medieval. You should usually get feudalism first if you want to build new cities with the colony model. And then it kind of naturally just leads through into getting your hamlets, which sometimes will just be of no use whatsoever if your cities aren't growing. But if, like me, you can see here I'm full of jobs, right? I have 8 of those full, 4 of those, 5 of those, and 5 of those. Then all of a sudden, building a hamlet that provides 1 of each job is super useful. So, and of course, the yields as well are probably better than most districts. 46 food, 10 industry, and 1 influence. Not bad. Not bad at all. What are you doing? Bouncing up that way, that's what. Yes! Let's spread our filthy tide across this world. This outpost is like plus 40 yield. Insane. Smash a harbour down on it. Another one for good measure. Improve 2 resources. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And then let's jump this unit, I guess, onto here and start to move along the land side. Aha! Independent people! I wondered where you all were. And this city is not at all full on jobs. So we can probably preemptively get a hamlet down though, I reckon. Smash that out. And then I guess we just focus on doing what we do best, aka build into districts. 17 industry, nice. 15 industry. This is a very industrial spot, actually. Cool. Alright, that should keep it busy for a little while. And a cultural agreement with the Aksumites, why not? Because we're the same. We should just merge into one empire at this rate. Jeepers. And what are you doing? Oh my... I think the independent tribe just disappeared. And we have a very brief moment here to use our incredible Swahili disembarking maneuver to sneak onto here and just quickly place this down and steal it for ourselves. Yoink! Unfortunately, this unit is going to struggle a bit. Really should have... We'll put them together. We'll try to, anyway. Next turn. I think it's going to perish in the open sea, though, sadly. And we'll send this guy out there. Lovely. Turn 100. People are good at coming up with great-sounding fictional names. I have confidence Amplitude will be able to. I hope so, too. Yeah. Yeah. What about including the emblematic in the unattached territory? Influence sinks like regular harbours, artisans quarter. I'm not really sure about including the emblematic in the unattached territory. Influence sinks. Do I have any unattached territories? I shouldn't. Reason why I'm willing to do it is because these are going to be cities in no time because my influence generation is through the sky. And it absolutely pays off because you need to get them up to... Well, you don't need to, but getting them up to full population is also highly worthwhile. Not to mention luxuries and blah, blah, blah. So I'm not sure if I quite understood your comment, but if your comment was, is it worthwhile to improve these? Yes. I do believe. This is a yikes. Aww. Brave boys.
So,
Just run in here and see what these people are doing.
Ally or an enemy? A barrier?
Hello! What's going on? Okay, so it's sus, and they just have this little corner, so we'll just leave them to it. Might just station that unit there. I don't really super need that one right now. There might be better things for me to spend my influence. Hello, we've met other players. The Garamantes. Nice. Again, not terrible. And finally, a subscriber. The English. Jeepers. Finally. So this is the player in first, which makes sense because it's the only subscriber AI. So it's receiving, hey, get this, +1 fame on Aesthete Star. Oh, jeez. But plus 20% science on all cities is quite good. Prideful, so they refuse demands, and luxurious, another good trait. Let's see what you got on offer. Okay, let's trade.
What do you say?
Yes.
To this appealing proposal?
I want your silver. And your dye. And your sage. And your gold. Your mercury. And your gems. Fantastic. We just splashed a whole load of money at them. But I reckon that's going to be pretty good for us. Non-aggression pact with the Mycenaeans will allow it for now. The Mycenaeans in the medieval era though, so... You know. And look at this. Right in the middle of the map. Boom. This is the Promised Land. Right in the center. Mount Everest. Love it. Right in the middle of the world. Here is the map. You can see now starting to paint a picture of what it looks like. You see we spawn sort of up in this corner. War summons. Beautiful. And, guess. Send you up there. Why not? And then we'll send you. Hey, look, they just disappeared. Aww. Sus just disappeared. And also, so did my units. But not to fear, we've found another boat. The only downside, of course, is we can't settle any territories with a boat. So now this has turned into a reconnaissance mission. Rather than actually settling this land. Because our swordsman didn't make it. Rip. Non-aggression pact. Yeah, I mean, like, for starters, we might as well accept that. Considering we don't really know where they are, and probably not going to be fighting them for ages, it feels like a relatively risk-free move. And we've taken half of this island. Grab that little bit around there. Yeah, sure. This is the absolute land grab moment of the game, and I absolutely love it. Ooh. That boat is so weak. Don't really even know. And, hey, another tip. We'll leave this horse here, because if this... if we don't end up consuming them, which we might, we could always steal it. Madish Moose. Jumbo, I was saying that it's too powerful to be able to buy those district with influence. Oh, right. Yeah. We're overwhelmingly on the same page. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, they are very powerful districts to be able to poop out with 30 influence, aren't they? Especially when you're making like 800 a turn. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's good to be Swahili. And then likely somewhere over here will be the best place to settle because that's where the barbarians put their thing down, right? Oh, maybe back on that river actually. Nah, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. Another river over here. Loss of Temple of Artemis. One of the world's cultural wonders has been destroyed as the result of a narrative event. Huh. I'm assuming that's an endless mod narrative event because I don't believe there are any in the base game that do that except for Notre Dame, and that's not even in the base game. So that's quite cool. I like that a lot. Let's get a new world city. There it goes. Immediately grab it a hamlet so that it can grow big and strong. And seeing as we don't have any science quarters anywhere, I think we should prioritize a few in the city of Paddy. And Paddy's also going to grab Dalim as well. Nice. And maybe also some base infrastructures. I mean, look at that. 27 food. Not terrible. Industry. Yeah, we got 18 out here. Again, not bad. Boom. New city online. We're now at 7 out of 7 for our city cap. Of course, we'll be willing to push that much higher. And, how are you doing? And should you attach to something else? We might just go Hamlet for growth. Brilliant. And walls, money, infrastructure, science, infrastructure. You know the drill. Petersburg will also get some more hamlets online, just so that it can continue to fill up those jobs and grow, grow, grow. Because you'll note that we are out of food jobs again. Yikes. Alrighty, I'm just going to take a very quick break, and then I'll be back. This will be the last break of the stream, I think. See you soon. And he's off. Alrighty. Back to the live scene. Thank you for bearing with me. Let's jump straight back in. With that groovy Swahili music. It is so good. Oh, actually, sorry, 1 second. Oh, geez, sorry about that. It's a long story, but my mic is kind of on the fritz. But I think it's working again now. At least it looks like it is on my end. Sorry, I'm really sorry. It's so frustrating. I know. We tune in and it's like, why am I watching this? This guy can't even turn his microphone on properly. I mean, geez. So yeah, sorry. Useless. Let's get this harbour down anyway. 54 gold. That is not useless. 17 food. I'll take it. Sometimes I like to go for the stability buff by putting it next to this, but I don't know. I mean, this territory is now producing 54 food, so maybe it was worthwhile. I don't know. Can you hear me now? You should be able to. I just haven't seen any chats come through to confirm. My end, it looks like it's all good. Kappa, all good. I can't hear you. Kappa. Get out of here. Yep, you can. Oh, brilliant. Thank you, Twitch. Come on, YouTube. What are you doing? Okay, international trading. This is the one that lets us trade while we're at war. Can also block spread with it, but don't think we need that. I feel like we're starting to lose ground. Like I was sort of surging ahead, catching up. I'm starting to lose that feeling. I'm sort of tripping and stumbling a bit here somehow. Let's put this boat on. Hello? Hello? What do you... Auto... What? 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 Auto. What? Maybe it doesn't... Maybe it refuses to auto-explore into deep ocean. That could be it. I don't know. Nah. Hey, this unit finally made it. I think we sent it here about 2,000 years ago. So, that is a really good result. Let's quickly smash down that outpost and probably do the same with this one. 517. It'll do. More luxuries. More everything. And we'll run past these. Ugh, these guys will wreck me. We need to get one of these turned into a new city quickly, I think. Maybe even just this one, to be honest. And then we'll city out this way, and then this one can city up that way. It'll be a bit odd, because they'll be very close to each other, but I'm sure that's fine. And we are now mega super friends with this person. And thank you so much, ISO Akebono, for following along on Twitch.
Truly.
You, my friend, are follower number 572, I believe. 71. 72! I'm not sure. Somebody may have unfollowed, so actually it might just be 570. Don't tell anybody. Poor Twitch. It's a wild ride. It's a wild ride. Okay. Right, you can go there. Boom. And as expected, these units are just going to destroy this horse. So we have to run away. Have to really run away. Boom. 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 Never gets old, really. Never gets old. Cool. Yeah, it seems to just really hate that. Which is fair enough, because it is just a dumb cog. Let's just send it back there, actually. It's probably not really going to achieve much. It's probably just sinks. My students like to trade everything. We'll counter it back at them, because I feel like they do a lot better out of that deal than I do. And we maybe don't have the capacity for the trade routes right now. Maybe? How do we not have iron? Horses, horses, horses. Is there really not a single source of iron? Oh, no, look, there's one. We must just need 2 or 3 or something, do we? Yeah, we need 2. To be honest, even the fact that we don't have 2 is quite shocking. I mean, how? Oh well. Maybe these 2 will be strong enough together? I don't know. But we do sort of want to send them back this way to try and explore what's over here. So we're going to have to try. Cramlet, science, done. Thank you kindly. Attach to random island. Build fantastic harbour on said random island. Nice. And maybe it is worth just buying all of the territories because of how much I love those random islands. I don't know. I don't know. Might just go for a fairly balanced expansion here. A perfectly balanced expansion. By just building a little bit of everything. In Lamu. And actually, Lamu would benefit from this just for the extra harbour, wouldn't it? So let's get that online. I need to remember that extra harbours are always good. Although, I'm not going to be able to save up for a city if I keep spending all of this influence on territories. I know. That is a totally fine settle right there. Let's just grab it. Grab it.
You have unlocked seafaring. To safely travel the dangerous, hungry oceans. You can cause trouble anywhere you want now, and have a better chance of getting away with it.
Looks like Ghanaians snaked in the one territory with iron. I guess we could trade strategics with them. They've probably got... Nope, they don't. They do not. But they do have a load more resources. Some of them, unfortunately, they seem to be trading with other people. But, you know, we won't hold that against them. It's a free world. For now. Oh my god. I don't think I'm buying any of those, are they? It's just glitching out. Yeah, fun. Alright. Sure. You can be a pikeman. Why not? And you can be a piece of candy. No, but you are going to move this way, and we can probably risk it. Take an extra turn, I reckon. And the Inca are here somewhere, apparently. Could give them a run for their money. Get some militarist stars, which we so desperately want to at least try and get. Although, obviously not desperately enough to declare war. Boom. This city desperately needs more jobs and really needs more foodie jobs. I'm not going to sacrifice 15 people for a farmer squatter though. No siree, Bob. And like I say, we're just going to leave this ship here. One day, it will be useful again. Use my ability on the unimproved iron. Ah, yes, we can force her to improve the iron. Great idea. Oh, it is improved. Hey, look, there we go. Boom, we've got our own iron. Even better. And now, we can get some knights. And send it towards the Inca, right? See if we can mess with them a bit. We'll also upgrade these ones. Or at least one of them. This turn. I'm not going to chop that. 4 turns is far too long. Oh, and you can be upgraded too. Jeepers. Alrighty. Where's my land? That tile. Cool. Why don't you just sail into the ocean and pop some new armor on? Seems perfectly reasonable. Unfortunately, it's night v night. So actually, it wasn't so much a power upgrade as it was just an upgrade of necessity. Ooh, yeah, we'll go in there. We'll go in there somewhere. 15, 14, 19, 14. All the numbers. Mason, what do they mean? Let's grab that one. And then merge up with our buddy old pal. Couple of knights roaming around. Not bad. How do you start with the mod? It's just in the on the community tab, Yorkie. The community tab in Humankind. Just open up Humankind, go community on the main menu, and then mods, and you'll find it there. Beautifully integrated into the game. If you want to play the map, on the other hand, you will have to manually download it. Link is in the description. And then place it into your documents folder on your computer. Weirdly, it is the documents folder. Odd, I know. Thank you very much, of course, to everybody who has joined us along the way. We're a small, sometimes growing community. And it's really cool to see people subscribing and and following along on Twitch as well. I really appreciate that. Okay, non-aggression pact with our number one foe. For the time being, we'll allow that.
Accepted. Welcome as a warm day in winter.
What is our difference now? Much closer. Much closer. And let's see if we can maybe bully the Inca if we can find where the city is. Oh look, yeah, there it is. Sweet, thanks. Yes! The old free city trick never gets old. Cultural blessing. Sure.
They say alloys are stronger than pure metals. I guess we're going to see how far that metaphor applies to human society.
Woof. We'll burn that down. Oh, actually, we might keep it just because our influence is quite low. Might actually be better for us to just try and grow this city. Yeah, okay, let's try it. What's the worst that could happen? Well, actually, what we could do also is start to get these harbors online now that these territories are done. And then, even though we don't have huge infrastructure, we probably end up... 23 food. We probably end up being alright, I reckon. Grab that as well. Because these three now are yielding quite a lot. If I go that one, that one, that one, that one. Go all the industrial ones first. Then supplement some food and then a couple of extras. And also attach. To try and find locations for better districts. There really isn't a lot. I can get one okay-ish Maker's Quarter there for the job. And then we'll just splash some cash at the infrastructure and try and very quickly bring this new city online. That does put us to 8 out of 7, which is really good. However, I would like to make at least 1, 2, 3 more currently. So we're also going to need to try and get our stability up. How do you finish a game with this mod? The same way you always would. What does the mod add? In the description, all the details, Heisen. I'm back. Work picked up. Good to see you still going. Barely, Scott. But I'm glad to see you back. Yeah, we're doing quite well. We're only in second, granted, so I am the biggest loser. But also just hoovered up a free city, so can't complain. Although I'm a little bit annoyed because I would have liked to get some military stars and hold the phone. We might still be able to get a star. Maybe 2. Let's keep moving this way though. Keep on keeping on. Can merge up some of our tiny island cities. Yeah, true. We could go for the merger. Maybe this one could be a good merger. We'll need military architecture for that, which we're working on. Coincidentally. I mean, by design. Of course. Sweet. This is most of this world captured now. There is a little island territory that Lamu wants still. So let's give it its cheeky double harbour strat. Oh, nom. Get a cramlet up there as well for a few extra jobs. And a foodie district for an extra food job. And we're away. Wicked awesome. Loads of stars coming through. How are we doing? Someone has already moved through. We are at... Actually, we're just about to move. Yeah, we're just about to move. That's awesome. We just need 3,000 influence. And then unfortunately, we're just not getting military stars. 3,000 influence will take 3 turns. And unless I have loads of harbours still to build, I don't see a huge reason why we wouldn't move through now. I mean, there's a bit of upgrading and stuff to do here that I've classically just ignored. let's, speaking of classically just ignored, run out and grab that little island as well, because it is an extra harbour, and I think that makes it worth its weight in gold. We'll trade everything with them now, because early strategic resources are very cheap. It's actually pretty important to note, really, that it can be worthwhile going back through and grabbing trade everything, even if you think like, like I don't need copper, it doesn't really matter, like, you know, I'm not using copper anymore, what year is it? No, it does matter. It does matter for lots of reasons, but the two main ones that spring to mind immediately. Firstly, as you'll know, in most cities that have early infrastructure built, if they go completed, you can see infrastructure like animal barns that provides +5 food per horses. That counts for traded horses as well, right? So still worthwhile to buy those early infrastructures to get the trade going. Speaking of getting trade going, the other element of it, or the other big element, is within things like civics, right? Not always, but things like civics that can sort of feed into and help you expand that out a little bit more as well. Religion to a certain extent, but the thing that comes to mind for me is things like foreign innovations, right? +1 science per number of trade routes. So not only am I connecting a new resource, providing food to my city, but also getting some of those benefits along the side. And of course, luxuries anyway will provide huge benefits, so it's almost always worth hoovering up as much trade as you can, even if generally you think you're getting the worst deal, it still tends to be worthwhile. Ah! Another cramlet. Sweet. And we're away. Had to listen at 1.75x speed to catch up. That's probably a great idea. Probably a really good idea. Righto. Let's get like walls. Seems pretty good. Bit of that, bit of this. If we want the cities to be cheaper to merge, we'll need to research the infrastructures anyway, so may as well. Kusa, also, by the way, a great city still. Don't underestimate Kusa. Although it is very quickly running out of jobs. If we merge them, that is only going to get much worse. What is this? Okay. Yikes. Just build a garrison out of fear. Nah, that's fine. The peasants did their job. Like I say, always upgrade the peasants. They are fantastic. They are fantastic. And again, I feel like, just a shameless plug, we are live on YouTube. We are live on Twitch. Please do follow along on both if you haven't already. We've got 100 viewers across both, which is awesome to see. And triple-digit likes. No problemo. So, yeah, thanks. Thanks to everybody who tuned in today. I will be likely wrapping this up soon, I think. You're welcome. I'll likely be wrapping up soon. Soon-ish. I mean, what is soon, really? Okay. Move that unit there, because that city's a little bit weak, right? So 3 population. If barbarians turn up, I could lose that one, so I might just try and protect it a little bit more. And let's keep spending all of this influence to just get these stupid harbors. Copper as well. Just like the copper we were trading for. Equally as useful. Well, almost equally as useful. 6,800 influence. Okay, so we can get one in like 3 turns. It's pretty good. If I don't spend any more. Oh no, look. It's actually not even that expensive, really, to kit these out. And so worthwhile doing. It's such a little trick with the harbours in particular. Because unlike makers' quarters or food districts, of course, you can't just go into an outpost that isn't connected to a city and build those. But, as we were talking about earlier, you can do it with the harbours. Not only with just the normal default harbours, which, as you can see, even on this build, where I have a couple of things buffing my food, but nothing ridiculous, it's providing 15. Wicked. Place it down there, get a bit of vision as well, right? Try and find the new world, another added benefit. And then, of course, we smash this one down for a measly cost of 110 influence. Roughly 1 in, 11? Maybe? 1 in 10, 1 in 11 of what I'm earning per turn. Could do it 10 times and still have some left over. We're going to get, in this case, 15 food, 57 gold, and 4 influence per turn. Whew. It is strong. Any culture, of course, that has a unique harbour will benefit off this. If you can play multiple, like Carthage, the new Swahili, you're really going to be away laughing. So good. Puppy time, catch y'all later. Oh, enjoy, Hoff. See you, friend. Favorite African DLC culture? Swahili. Yep. Swahili or Bantu. I really like Bantu as well. And I'm yet to play a lot with Nigeria, so I might also like them. I'm not sure. Haven't quite figured that out yet. Also, we haven't figured out what's up here. So, we should probably just, you know, have a look at that. Splash a bit of cash. Don't mind if I do. Just really buff this city. Get that infrastructure done and dusted. Ooh. Place it down there. And... ugh. Ugh. Oh, that's good. Spend some more influence, because I'm never going to save enough to build another city at this rate, and I don't want to. No, I actually really do. I really do want to. Okay, Ace stars done and dusted. Okay, there's potential for some more territories to grab here. I'd like to just remind us of how ridiculously we've expanded now. I mean, we are just absurd, yet still not in first place, and actually worse off than we were before. All of my stars are done, so I should probably move through to the next era now, I reckon. I think we've probably reached the point where it'd be a good idea to move through. We're not likely to get our military stars ever again, sadly. Maybe if we can actually really get in there and declare some wars, I don't know. But either way, I think I'll wrap up the stream here. I think it might be a good idea for me to go and work on some videos instead. So I might go and do that. This is a really cool mod though, and so far I'm thinking so good. The events that it adds are really fun. I think you could almost make a case for just playing with them all the time, to be honest, because they are pretty cool and don't really mess with the lore too much, so long as you don't mind a little bit of an endless sci-fi element, I guess. Yet to experience the rest of it though, of course, so we will come back to this game and play it. Unsure if it will be tomorrow or the next day, or I'm not really sure. I think, like I was sort of alluded to, I think it's maybe a better idea for me to be making videos. But also I love the live streams too, so I'm not saying they're stopping, absolutely not. But it might be a good idea for me to find a bit of balance, I think. So I'm going to go away and work on that and have we think about that. And I will see you either this time day after tomorrow, or potentially the day after that. I'll let you know. Either way, I will make sure that I post on the YouTube community channel page, and if you're primarily a follower on Twitch, I will of course also post on Twitter and in the Discord as well, if I can get my act together over there. So yeah, thanks so much to everybody who tuned in. We did have a new Twitch subscriber today, by the name of Seasoned28. So thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime. And also thanks to Jammers, Devilish, James, Pete, Diego, and P. Draggy, who all very generously super chatted between sort of $2 and $5. Thank you very much, everybody. Overall, I do think this is a really cool mod. I'd like to spend a little bit more time with it just to really get my impressions down properly. But yeah, I think it's very good. Thanks so much for joining me. And if you're on Twitch, we'll raid someone. Maybe we'll raid that massive Humankind viewer to try and generate some interest. And then we'll spam them with coup emojis, lol. Either way, and if you're on YouTube, I will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and have a great day. All right.